7 FM and hits 103.9 FM in Accra. In Kumasi, we are on Love 99.5 FM and over 30 affiliates across Ghana's 16 regions, including Klenam Radio, Bato, Gaskia FM, Techiman, and Radio Wawa. Get radio, TV, and online content on the myjoyonline.com interactive app for Android and iOS devices. Coming up, former Water and Sanitation Minister Cecilia Abinadapa faces busy day in court taking plea on special prosecutor's charges of property and income non-disclosure. Also, the OSP is expected to justify why the court should confirm the seizure and freezing of Madam Cecilia Dapa's bank accounts. The court is also expected to deliver judgment on the Aisha 1 case today, and the Attorney General is confident of victory.
So that clearly indicates that yes, any kingpin, any identified kingpin who is arrested will be put through trial.
Double trouble for residents living in and around Sagakope as Ghana Great Company cuts power amid flooding in the area. More as NADMO begins distributing relief items to the affected residents.
The information from VRA indicates that this situation might persist for about a week or two.
What's up in business, Darryl?
Hannah, Ghana's debt in relation to size of economy expected to take a nosedive this year. We'll hear from the IMF. That's on the Joy Business Report.
Also in this bulletin, St. Louis Senior High School humbles Adisadel College to taste the joy of being qualified at the regional stage for the first time.
They should be on the streets in the bushes, People are meant to be in the forest. Yes.
I am Hannah Odami. Let's settle for the details now. The Office of the Special Prosecutor is this morning busy in court with two applications against the former Water and Sanitation Minister Cecilia Abinadapa. Let's head straight to Kojonyako, our court correspondent, who is giving us the details. He's on the phone line. Richard, we understand there is a criminal and civil case against the former minister. Tell us more about that.
Well, so Hannah, the first is a criminal one filed by the OSP in respect of the former minister's failure to complete the property and income declaration form. So the OSP has filed charges against her. We know that the former minister is under investigation for corruption and corruption-related offences, including using public office for profit in respect of suspected tainted large cash sums reportedly stolen from her matrimonial home, and also the retrieval of the same huge sums of money from the home by the Office of the Special Prosecutor. So the OSP says, without lawful excuse, Madam Dapa has failed within 30 days to comply with a notice to declare the income and property form served on her by the Office of the Special Prosecutor. The second case is on the motion filed by the OSP for confirmation for the seizure of the sums retrieved from her house and the freezing of her bank account. In fact, the case was supposed to be heard on the 18th of October, but with the court granting the application of Madam Dapa for the case to be brought forward, as they say in law, abridgment of time, the court modified the date and that case is scheduled to be heard today. We will know whether the court will grant the motion for Madam Dapa's property to be frozen or seized.
So will these two cases be held in separate courts?
Well, so both cases are before the same court, Financial Court 2, same judge, Justice Edward. Indeed, it was the same judge, same court that refused to confirm the seizure of Madam Dapa's property and freezing of her bank account about a month ago and ordered the return of the cash and the unfreezing of her bank account. And we know it was the same court that also granted the application of Madam Dapa for the abridgment of time yesterday.
Well, Richard, also the state case against alleged illegal miner Aisha 1 will be ruled on today?
Yes, after a long trial, the judgment in the case of M1 alias Aisha 1 would be given by the court. The Attorney General has been speaking on this.
So on 12th October, we expect judgment to be delivered in the Aisha 1 matter. So that clearly indicates that yes, any kingpin, any identified kingpin who is arrested will be put through trial. And of course, it is quite pertinent to know that the wheels of justice grind slowly, even in these cases that.
Earlier, we heard Richard Kojo Nyako and then the Attorney General. Let's move on. There's double trouble for residents of Sagakope and adjoining communities as the Ghana Great Company has cut power amid flooding situations in the area. An ongoing spillage of the Akosombo and Dams have led to various flooding in several communities along the Volta River. Greatco announced in a statement on Wednesday it has shut down its substation in Sagakope due to flooding at the station and also for the safety of residents. We'll check on the current state of affairs shortly, but first, listen to the Deputy Director General of NADMO, Seji Saji Amedonu, who says the organization has been distributing relief items to the affected areas.
The information from VRA indicates that this situation might persist for about a week or two. The inflows are heavy now, and they think that in about a week or two, they will have reduced the spillage. Because the situation is still unfolding, our team, that is our district staff, are still going on with the assessment. But as we speak, we have relief items in those districts now. At least 7 those people who have been moved to safe haven.
Meanwhile, Member of Parliament for South Tong, Kwabla Mensah Woyome, has called on government to release the MP's Common Fund to enable them provide some relief items to the affected residents.
The districts in Nadmo did not have anything. The assembly itself is cash-strapped, and this is when I think I have to call on the central government to release the Common Fund to enable some of these interventions to be carried out. And so it's a problem that we think needs all to just come put hands on the floors and see how they can also assist in one way or the other, especially the vulnerable.
Educationist and chair of the National Development Planning Commission, Professor Stephen Adai, has thrown his support behind the Conference of Heads of Assisted Secondary Schools as they call for discretionary powers to tackle the increasing indiscipline among students. CHAS recently voiced concerns on how some senior high schools in the country are becoming hotspots for various social vices like bullying and occultism. Professor Stephen Adai believes school decongestion is one means to address the issue. There's more in this news desk reports.
In January, students at Chiana SHS in the Upper East region posted a video targeting the president. They were initially dismissed but later readmitted. In July, 2 Atisado College students got suspended indefinitely for fighting. But these are just 2 examples of the indiscipline crisis in senior high schools. Countless similar incidents occur often. For teachers, this surge in indiscipline has become one problem too many, and the situation is reaching a critical point. The Vice President of the Conference of Heads of Assisted Secondary Schools, Reverend Father Stephen Owusu-Setre, describes it as a crisis.
Some of these misconducts, such as hooliganism, bullying, occultism, smoking, drug abuse, to mention a few, have their roots, we have detected.
Amidst these challenges, teachers are advocating for a crucial intervention.
Moving on, the Divisional Union of the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation is appealing to management not to extend the contract of the Director General. The union executives indicate the Director General in his 4-year term has mismanaged the corporation, citing non-payment of the Retirees Long Service Award and transport grants as some examples. Samuel Nathaniel Kevo is the Divisional Union Chairman of the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation Workers Union.
Sometimes when workers are satisfied with the work of the director, they make approach to NMC and the appointing authority that they are satisfied with the work of the director general of the board, and they will plead that their contract will be extended. The 4-year tenure given to the director general of GBC has expired, so nobody is removing him. It is his tenure that has expired.
Well, Joy News has attempted to contact the Director General of GBC, Aminat Hausan, but so far our efforts have been unsuccessful. To the NSMQ, and for the first time in 9 years, Adisadel College will join the National Science and Maths quiz from the regional qualification stage after they were crushed by St. Louis Senior High School. In a spectacle of academic dominance, the ladies from Udum in the Ashanti region humbled the Zebra Boys, who were Central Regional champions, by a landslide margin of 30 points. Emmanuel Bright Kweku interacted with the schools after the historic contest.
False. So for the very first time in 9 years, at this Sadel College, we'll be going to the preliminary stage of the National Science and Math Quiz.
We don't have any problems with that. It's normal, although it's painful, but Charlie.
As of now, I'm lost always. But then we underestimated them because they were a girls' school. And we have never lost to a girls' school before. I'm actually thinking of how to go home from here.
Where do you come from?
Accra. I had to run away from work. I have lost. What am I going to tell my boy?
And it's excitement from the girls from Odium. How does this make you feel? You've put out Central Regional Champions.
They don't deserve here. They should be on the streets in the bushes. The streets in the bushes. The best are meant to be in the forest.
Yes. We are very excited. We actually saw them as competition and we went into the competition with our best.
Is St. Louis on course to win the National Science and Math Quiz as a girls' school for the very first time?
If we put in our best, we know we can get there with the help of God. So right now, we are just going to work harder in order to get there.
Well, musician Black Sherif has become the second Ghanaian after Sarkodie to win the BET Awards Best International Flow category since its establishment in 2019. Let's listen to his acceptance speech.
Remember, you know a traveler. The name is Meku the Hustler. He's been far away.
I saw this in my sleep every night. Yes, sir. I started making music 4 years ago in a small city in Ghana called Konongozongo. And there was no way nobody was going to convince me that I wouldn't be here. That my music wasn't going global. Thank you so much, BET. Thank you to God. Amen. Thank you to God. Thank you to my mom. Thank you to my dad. Thank you to my team. I love you.
On that exciting note, we end the news at 6 with me, Hannah Odami. But you can find more stories on myjoyonline.com. Thank you for joining us.
Joy 99.7 FM, radio for the discerning listener.
You know, Papa, see that? And it's rickety car. Hey, Papa! Papa! Bobo, so how your engine now? It is half man, half amazing. Thanks to Quartz and you can feel better energy. Can't touch this. Actually, guys, so Sancho's engine just died like that? Yes, so somebody managed to convince him that there is a better engine oil than Quartz, and he switched. Sancho Panzapa. Now, which engine oil can be better than Quartz? No other, my guy. Quartz with its age-resistant technology, it keeps your engine younger for longer. Now you know. Have you guys seen the new bottle design? It's superb. Quartz 9000 from Total Energies there improves fuel efficiency. Why do you think Mr. Mane and Logoso have taken the Quartz Nation movement World Cup like that? Sorry. Quartz. Keep your engine younger for longer.
Behind every door lies a world of opportunities.
And with Absa's flexible loans, you hold the master key to open all the doors to your dreams.
Doors to a new horizon and everything you could ever dream of. At Absa, we help you open the doors to all your dreams. Whether you want to buy a home, a plot of land, or finance your personal projects, our flexible personal loans, mortgage, and credit cards can make it happen. Visit absa.com.gh to discover how to get things done. That's Africanacity. That's Absa. Terms and conditions apply.
No matter your water needs, Sintex has it all. Sintex tank was first to introduce double layer tank, and now you can have as many layers as you want. Sintex tank was first to introduce white inner layer tanks in Ghana, and now introduces the customer specs order, which will let you order any color and size you want. Sintex tanks gives you the biggest warranty of 7 years, which no other tank gives you. So whatever your water consumption, size of project, or demand, choose Sintex tank. Sintex tank, stress-free. Sintex tank, reliable. Sintex tank, maximum guarantee. Call 0244 335 168, Kumasi 0505 555 666, or visit syntexgh.com. Sintex tank, a strong, a tough.
The Energy Commission, in collaboration with the Ministry of Energy and Ghana Education Service, is proud to announce the finals of the 4th edition of the Energy Commission Senior High School Renewable Energy Challenge under the theme Mechanized Small-Scale Agriculture Using Renewable Energy Technologies. Who wins the challenge? Will it be Ya Asantwa Girls and Fantiman Girls, Sugakope Senior High School, Kwabre Senior High School, Doma Senior High School, or Sewa Kese Girls? Join us on the 17th of October 2023 at 9 a.m. at the Accra International Conference Center. To find out, the special guest of honor is Her Excellency Mrs. Samira Bawumia, Second Lady of the Republic of Ghana. The challenge is supported by GIZ, Ashesi University, GTV, French Development Agency, We Power Authority, Cosmos Energy Ghana, VRA, and Sunom Asogli Power Ghana Limited. Participation is free.
Hi, my name is Yao Ichampmoje, Marketing and Communications Manager for Apollonia City. Apollonia City is organizing a special open day on Saturday the 28th of October 2023 and would like to invite you to come explore the futuristic city that is Apollonia City. In today's tricky market, there are very few avenues to invest that make sense. That's why many have seen the light and are moving towards real estate. Come join us explore the future together. We will be discussing interesting topics like building in a gated community, property rights according to Ghana's legal system, and so much more. The date is Saturday 28th October at 10 a.m. Venue is Apollonia City. Buses will leave the Accra Mall at 9 a.m. For enquiries, call Apollonia City on 0275 577 577. See you there.
Good morning. Good morning.
So this has got to be some kind of amazing phenomenon, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the voting has ended. The voting has actually ended in.
We are talking about Liberia.
Liberia, yes.
Mm-hmm.
But they won't know who won until sometime around the 21st.
Hey, that's a long wait.
Yeah, but wait too. Why? It's only 2.5 million people who voted.
Should be easy to count the votes.
That's like counting the votes of the Ashanti region. In fact, it's less than the votes of the Ashanti region. So
what are the challenges?
Challenges. I don't know. They are just, Well, we'll find out more today. That's the truth. We'll find out more today because we have our very own man there. He's been observing how things have gone.
Yeah.
And we'll be crossing over to hear from him. We'll find out how the people of Liberia feel about this, couple of weeks that they're going to have to wait to find out who won their election.
Yeah, well, at least I'm happy they have been able to carry this through. We know about the past of Liberia, so at least some progress on that side.
I think there are about 19 people trying to unseat George Weah, who is going for re-election.
Let's see how it goes.
Yeah.
Let's see how it goes.
Anyway, we're also going to the Volta region where, the spillage of the Akosombo Dam has caused.
I saw the videos. I mean, to live without lights for a couple of hours, you know how that feels. But, I mean, not to know when your lights are going to come back. And again, seeing that some people don't even have a place to lay their heads. I mean, it's terrible.
It's unacceptable. Anyway, we're digging into those later. But right now, though, for the 6 a.m. news, we're grateful to Total Energies. Total, we go the extra mile for you. And Absa Bank Ghana Limited, helping you find a way to get things done. I hope you're ready because here it comes. It's a Joy Business Report brought to you by Glyco Life Travel Insurance. Glyco, we cushion you for life. And Africa World Airlines, touching Africa, touching the world.
Hi, good morning. Welcome to the Joy Business Report. Coming up this morning, Ghana's debt in relation to size of economy expected to take a nosedive this year. We hear from the IMF. Also, rating agency Fitch maintains Ghana would reach an agreement with its external creditors by end of this year to pave way for restructuring of the country's external debt. Plus, state-owned enterprises reduce losses by almost half as Food and Drugs Authority takes over as best performing SOE. Details coming up. Welcome everyone and hello to our friends listening on KTU Radio in Koforidua. First up, Ghana's debt in relation to size of the economy is expected to take a nosedive this year and subsequently for the next 5 years. That's forecast by the International Monetary Fund's Fiscal Monitor. This follows the restructuring of both domestic and external debt. Here's more in this report.
According to its October 2023 fiscal monitor, the fund said the country's total debt in relation to the size of the economy will fall to 84.9% this year from 92.4% last year. In 2024, the debt to the total value of goods and services would be estimated at 81.5%, whilst that of 2025, 2026, 2027 and 2028 are pegged at 78.8, 75.8, 72.8 and 70% respectively. The fund is also projecting Ghana's revenue in relation to the size of the economy to increase consistently up till 2028. It is projecting a government revenue to gross domestic product ratio of 15.7%, a slight drop from the 15.8% recorded in 2022. Meanwhile, the expenditure in relation to the size of the economy will fall from 27% in 2022 to 20.3% this year.
That was a Business Desk report. The IMF has indicated that it is going to review the growth target for this year as captured in the World Economic Outlook. A resident representative, Dr. Leandro Medina, has clarified to Joy Business that the 1.2% forecast was based on old numbers. Here's George Yaffe with more.
The IMF resident representative in a message to Joy Business noted that the World Economic Outlook projection, which was released in the report on the sidelines of the IMF World Bank meetings, was based on what he describes as old vintage by the IMF staff. He was, however, quick to add that it did not take into account recent data releases which showed a higher growth than expected at the beginning of the IMF program, averaging at around 3.2% for the first 2 quarters of this year. The IMF resident representative added that based on the findings of the first program review by the mission, the fund is more convinced that growth for this year will be revised from the 1.5% previously assumed. The governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Ernest Addison, during a recent engagement with journalists, maintained that he expects the economy to grow by more than 3% by the end of this year.
George Yaffe there. Now, rating agency Fitch has maintained that Ghana would reach an agreement with its external creditors by the end of this year to pave way for restructuring of the country's external debt. This is coming after Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta expressed optimism that the country would reach a deal with external creditors before the end of the year. The second tranche of $600 million inflows for Ghana, according to the International Monetary Fund, is hinged on an agreement with the foreign creditors. Speaking at a webinar, a senior director in charge of sovereign ratings, Toby Ehlers, said the parameters for the negotiations with the private creditors will be reached by middle of next year.
On the timeline question, we're sort of assuming that the official creditor committee delivers an agreement by the end of this year. And so this is on the official debt relief, and that sets the parameters for negotiations with the private creditors. And then we assume that actually happens, reasonably promptly, sort of by the middle of 2024, which is obviously, quicker sort of timeline than we've seen in some other common framework cases. But that's our assumptions on the timeline.
Toby Illis there, Senior Director in charge of Sovereign Ratings at Fitch. Now, state-owned enterprises recorded 1.7 billion cedi loss in 2021. That's according to the Minister of State Enterprises, Joseph Kujo. The figure, which is about half the 2.6 billion loss recorded in 2020, is seen as an improvement as SOEs have continuously recorded reduction in losses. Now, speaking to Joy Business at the second edition of the Public Enterprises League Table Pelt Awards, the Minister of State Enterprises, Joseph Kujo, emphasized government's effort to ensure the profitability of SOEs.
The president looked at competencies. I can show you my CV to make appointment. And I sit in here working, and my competency has never been brought to question. So you cannot say president appointed me as a reward for fetching water.
You are actually saying that you have no knowledge of any
reward appointment.
Okay.
Because the people I see get appointed are competent to.
Apologies, that's not the correct audio there. Meanwhile, the Food and Drugs Authority topped the league of best performing SOEs. It was followed by the Ghana Civil Aviation Authority and the Ghana National Petroleum Corporation. We'll bring you the audio of Joseph Kujo when we have it subsequently. Now, the Chief Executive of the Driver and Vehicle Licensing Authority, Kwesi Agyeman-Busia, has assured that the authority is working to meet the international standards for verifying modern vehicles. According to him, the government is supporting the infrastructure to ensure Ghana is able to test and certify electric or self-drive vehicles that may enter the country. He tells Joy Business his outfit is committed to quality standards.
The universality of it, the region, the sub-region, and the global. Everything we do in licensing, to driver licensing, is standard, should be standardized. Because if you have a good license, a good record, you should be able to drive in other countries as signed by convention. So this is the idea of making sure we're preparing our drivers and our vehicles that will intake into the country for the future.
We see some of these cars in town already, for instance, the electric cars and all that. How is the regulation going for such cars? Do we have the infrastructure in place already?
We're building that. Because of that, we're working on it and building the standards for it. And it is, again, the reason why we're meeting, to understand the things that we have no clear knowledge about, to start collaborating and sharing knowledge on those things.
Kwesi Agyeman-Busia, the Chief Executive of the Driver and Vehicle Licensing Authority. Thankfully, we can now listen to Minister of State Enterprises, Joseph Kujo, emphasizing government's effort to ensure the profitability of SOEs.
The observation vindicates the president's vision he carries, that he wants to turn the public enterprises into positive performance. We've seen a decline when the 2019 report had 5 billion Ghana cedis in terms of total losses across the enterprises. Now you come to 2020, the loss comes to about 2.6 billion, and in 2021, the figure I've seen is about 1.7 billion. When you turn in any company or enterprise, when you doing restructuring into profitability, it always goes through that decline stage where a heavy indebtedness becomes lightened and then a break-even point, and then you experience profitability.
Moving on, senior finance lecturer at the University of Cape Coast, Seram Kaur, is doubtful the downward inflationary trend is sustainable despite the 38.1% rate for September. According to him, inflation in the coming months will witness some increase due to the nearness of the festive season as demand for dollars will rise, thereby impacting prices of goods at the market centers. Mr. Kaur tells Joy Business it's going to be difficult to sustain the downward trend. He explains.
It's going to be very difficult to sustain it during this very period because we are getting to the festive season where a lot of imports are going to come in. Prices of commodities generally will increase during that particular period. We have seen a rate of increase in the fuel prices that we have. And so we are not going to be able to sustain this particular rate during this particular time. And let us also remember that in 2024 is an election year for Ghana, and government tends to spend a lot. And during that time, prices also tend to go up. So we having the hope that it's going to be maintained will be very problematic for us.
senior finance lecturer at the University of Cape Coast, Seram Kawo. Now, government is set to formally engage customers of Black Shield Fund Management over concerns of delayed payment of their investments. The customers have been picketing the Finance Ministry, pushing the minister to release bailout funds approved by Parliament. Minister of State at the Finance Ministry, Dr. Mohammed Amin Adam, has been giving some more details about this engagement on PM Express, which airs tonight at 9.
This matter is in court, and I don't know if I'm competent to speak on that.
Yeah.
What I do know is that the Securities and Exchange Commission is involved in this matter, and under the direction of the Minister for Finance, I've invited the leadership of our citizens, our compatriots who are picketing for a meeting, so we can listen to their concerns and engage SEC and all other relevant agencies to see how we can bring a solution.
And there's the hope that some progress will be made, Honorable?
Yes, I'm very confident.
You had Dr. Mohammed Amin Adam, Minister of State at the Finance Ministry, speaking on PM Express Business Edition, which airs tonight. Don't miss it at 9. Meanwhile, the Securities and Exchange Commission says majority of the customers, talking about Black Shield or formerly Gold Coast Fund Management, have received a fraction of their funds under the partial bailout program. This is despite the fact that it has not been able to recover assets of Black Shield, as directors have issued all legal means to slow the process. The Securities and Exchange Commission, in a statement, maintained that it might be difficult to pay all the amount of outstanding if the liquidation process of the company is not completed. And before we go, let's check the markets for you. Beginning with the commodity market, crude oil lost marginally to open trading at $85 a barrel. Gold went up by more than $5 to open trading at $1,879 an ounce. Cocoa is selling at $3,432 a ton after losing $42. On the currency market, the dollar going for 11 cedis 82 pesos, the pound going for 14 cedis 45 pesos, and the euro going for 12 cedis 38 pesos. More news on our website, myjoyonline.com/business. My name is Daryl Carl. Thanks for listening. The award-winning Super Morning Show continues with Kojo Yankson and the team. Don't go anywhere. Here's Kojo.
True story. And listen, thanks so much. By the way, today's inspirational song is the kind of thing that the Liberian voters can really relate to.
Okay.
The title, is by Israel, I think it's Israel Houghton and the New Breed. And the title is It's Not Over.
It's not over. It's not finished.
It's not over. That's our special dedication to the voters of Liberia. Voting is over.
The long wait.
But it's not over.
The long wait.
Yes, indeed. Okay, so it's brought to us by Duraplas Ghana Limited, producers of quality PVC and HDPE pipes. And water tank, the only water storage tank with a level indicator. Where Duraplas goes, water flows. Here it is. It's not over.
We want to speak life over you.
election is not over. Also, for those in the Volta region who obviously are going through a nightmare, watching their belongings being washed away by this spillage of the Akosombo Dam. It may look like everything is gone and it's all done, but it's not over. Please have faith, believe. All right, hello Ray, how you doing?
I'm doing very well. I hope you are doing well too.
Not bad. There's a green theme running throughout this week, isn't there? I've seen some greenery be,
it's for the environment.
Emanating from you.
You're protecting the environment.
God bless you for that. All right, listen, let's get started with the Drive Safe campaign.
And it's actually brought to you by Joy News and the Multimedia Group Limited, supported by Toyota Superior Quality. Now avoid all distractions, keep both eyes on the road, and hands on the steering wheel. Be visible, drive with your lights on. That's how you ensure your safe arrival. Right?
I almost didn't have a safe arrival this morning.
Oh, really?
Because of those garbage trucks I keep complaining about on the beach road.
Is there dump sites there?
I'm not sure. I don't know where they are all going. But still, none of them have any lights on the back of the vehicle. I don't get it. I don't understand. Have they been removed for strategic reasons or what? Because, every time I see these trucks, light no day. I almost drove into the receptacle of one of them.
Oh, no.
Tonight. I was driving slowly in the fast lane. I was, properly and appropriately overtaking a little trotro, which was in the slow lane. And as soon as I emerged into the fast lane, there it was, right in front of me, crawling along with no lights.
And that's how many people have accidents. And we'll be discussing that. And when we could have just avoided this by doing the very small thing. I don't know. You know that people sometimes choose dawn to do all the illegal things when it comes to activities on the road.
Yes.
They know that the police are not yet there. Yes. So they really want to do everything that's not allowed on the roads at that time. Well, maybe we should start checking them at that time.
Perhaps we should.
Maybe the police should work 24 hours a day.
What, don't they?
At least not on the stretch that we're talking about.
That's true. Okay then, right, let's learn how to say it right.
As brought to us by Kingdom Books at Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks, and Societe Generale Ghana, the future is you.
You say either, I say either.
I've been thinking about my secondary school days. One thing that always baffled me was the total lack of any rhyme or reason behind some of the nicknames people chose. How do you explain Joseph Opoku alias Ras Buzanga? Ras Buzanga? Why? Anyway, I hope you heard me say alias and not alias. It's such a common mispronunciation, isn't it? Well, for the record, the word is alias, A-L-I-A-S, alias, not alias. It is used when giving the name that a person is more commonly known by. Now, as a rule, we can only use alias after stating the person's real name. It comes from the Latin word alius, A-L-I-U-S, which meant other or different. It then got adopted into Old English as alias, meaning in another way. Of course, in modern language, it now comes before some often outrageous alternative names. So, back to the studio, where Mamavi, Winston, Raymond, and Ishmael Ba, alias DJ Wubete, are standing by.
And that's how to say it right?
Yeah, that's how you say it right. And I'm sure there are many people in a disco with great nicknames, great aliases, who unfortunately are on their way home because St. Louis did it to them categorically.
Santa Louis.
Santa
Louis.
A disco won't be in the finals. At least they will not be.
They won't be in the quarterfinals. They may not even start from.
I will miss
in fact,
them.
they will start from the originals.
I will miss them
next year.
I will miss them.
Next year they will start from.
Start missing them now.
You
miss them.
No, I think we all will miss them because they've always gone very far in the competition.
Well,
they tried
this time.
I mean, over the last 2 or 3 years, they've lived according to their motto, either the first or with the first. So they get to the finals.
Yeah, exactly.
But right now, currently, as we speak, Santa Louis back to Cape Coast, because see, St. Louis SHS Kumasi, 53 points. Adisado College, aka Santa Louis, 23 points. So
alias Santa Louis.
How can you be in a contest and the difference is almost 30 points? Well,
let
me say a special good morning to Kwame Sapong Asiri. Let me say a special good morning to Stanley Mate.
Yeah.
And all my Adisco friends.
There are many. There are many special good mornings to several friends.
Yeah.
Let me say a very special.
Some of them may sue us.
Let me say a very special good morning to Godfred here.
Okay.
Who indeed has the capacity to sue NBC. He should go and sue St. Louis.
So on that note, let me also say good morning to the executive chairman of ADK Consortium, Michael Kreku. I'm saying good morning to all my Santa Louis friends.
I want
to say good morning also to Gilbert Nana Fuakwa.
It's unfortunate.
He has been very quiet since yesterday on social media. And it was his birthday too.
Samuel Dami, is it a shout out moment?
Let me say good morning to Alan Kwejo Chiremante.
Are we elevating it?
It's rather unfortunate.
Then I can access Sam Jonah.
We've made
it's a very wonderful morning.
Okay.
On that note, let's get into the papers.
All right.
People are running away from others.
The news review is brought to you by Syntex Tank. You're strong and you're tough. And My Way, a simple life insurance by My Life and MTN Momo. Dial *165# on MTN to join My Way today.
Now, the Daily Graphic is reporting this morning, National Service Scheme is ready for autonomy. So the president said it's time for them to be, an authority. They say they are ready for autonomy. I mean, the key question here is, what would that be? What guarantees of independence would that be? And why would they even need some level of independence anyway? The National Service Scheme. I mean, so that they would implement Kele Japan's military training. Let's not forget, the original conception of national service included 6 months military training.
Yes, I remember that.
You remember? Yeah,
yes.
That was your time, right? Okay, that's interesting. Well, now we also do have a very important story from the president who says 115 billion goes into education since 2017. SHS takes 12.9 billion. This is the president of the Republic of Ghana speaking there. It just reminded me of a report from UNICEF that I had access to some time ago. And I'm quoting the part. The report is said education budget brief. That's UNICEF, the little government of Ghana anyway. It talks about the SDGs and moves on to do some assessment. It says in a 2019 United Nations University study, assessing indicators that measured access, quality, and the state of inclusive education, Ghana scored 76.6, lower than the benchmark of 90.6 performance points, representing the average score of the top 5 performing countries, Georgia, Indonesia, Moldova, Sri Lanka, and Vietnam, within the lower middle income countries. So we are in the same lower middle income countries. I'm making this point because sometimes we are quick to tell ourselves we spent billions, and as Kwame Sapon intelligently explained the other time, you can spend so much, but it will yield very little results. Perhaps we should move it from telling people that we spend this amount of money in one sector or in that sector and telling us the results we have attained from that particular sector. In any case, I have also seen some analysis that suggests that if you compare to the Ministry of Education budget allocation as a total of the government's expenditure, let's not get it wrong. When you put government's expenditure in total, the budget that was given to the Ministry of Education, it was over 17% in 2015, and it increased a little bit higher, but it came below 16% in 2020. and we've still not reached that 17% since that particular time. So then I asked myself again, was it enough? Could we have spent more in the most important areas that will yield the results, the quality, and the very issues that we use to determining the quality of education that we should have in this country?
Didn't some students get rusticated from Legon for not meeting the standard?
Yes,
Which
yes.
levels are they?
No, 2 and 3.
Okay, so
As in level 200 and 300. So it was for their previous years, because I mean they are just supposed to be.
will any of them be products of free SHS?
It depends. I mean, so many groups go to school. Some will delay and go and join all that. But predominantly, it is secondary students that end up in the universities, actually. From the best schools in the country, predominantly. And I need to add that too.
Yes.
Yeah.
The best of those who go to secondary school.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get the timing right. If you're on level 300.
You want to say that they are free SHS
level
students?
200. I'm just wondering, because we have always been looking for,
I've not seen the breakdown.
Objective ways of
determining the quality they took in there.
Yeah, so we keep looking around for clues, to show that indeed we are producing better students, well-rounded students, better for both the marketplace and for continued education. So that's what made me think of it.
We can do some research and try and
I've not seen a breakdown of the people who are actually going through that process.
Me neither.
All right.
Let's do the Ghanaian Times newspaper. Front page says, I guess still on education, on STEM education, government targets Ghana as leader in Africa, rolls out programs for groundbreaking projects to achieve goal. 61 aggrieved customers of former Gold Coast Securities picket, but SEC appeals for calm. Nyaho Tamaklo urge, so it says Nyaho Tamaklo Nunu Mensah urge government to address social unrest ahead of 2024 election. FC confiscates, that's the Forestry Commission, they've confiscated assorted bushmeats from Chopba traders. This happened in the central region. Meat lovers may not necessarily love this move. And then Ghana Health Service records 40,716 mental health cases in 6 months. We were talking about this yesterday, but cases peculiar to the workplace. Out of this number, more than 50 are females.
Yeah,
more women.
So it really feeds into everything we learned yesterday, right? First of all, it's always the lower income brackets that suffer the most from mental health challenges. So if there are more people whose income brackets are falling because times are hard, it's no surprise that we're seeing more people turning up, and more of them being female. That just is in key with all of our understanding of health-seeking habits between men and women, and the fact that women tend to report issues or seek help for issues more readily than men do. So,
right. Yeah. So on the issue of a founding member of the New Patriotic Party, Nyaho Tamaklo, urging government to address social unrest currently ongoing in the country. This was at a press conference, and he said, I quote, "We need to be on the alert, knowing that there are constant military overthrows in Africa. The very reasons why these coups are happening in Africa are also being experienced in this country. So the government should address these important matters as we head into 2024 as an election year." He continues to say, how do ministers hold cash in foreign and local currencies in their homes, acquire properties in prime areas of Accra and other parts of the country, drive the most luxurious cars, and live extravagantly, and expect our youth, who remain largely without meaningful employment, to be satisfied?
Why do we pretend it's normal when that happens? Why do we seek to even explain it away in some cases? That, she must have a legitimate reason for having so much cash in the house. He must have a legitimate reason for owning so many filling stations. Why do we explain it away?
The Wildlife Division of the Forestry Commission yesterday confiscated assorted bushmeats from chop bars and traders during an operation in the central region towns of Senya Breku, somebody's hometown, Mankasim, and Winnebad. These included monitor lizards, royal antelopes, both endangered species, bush rats, among others.
Royal antelope.
There's apparently a close season for wildlife as well, and they are seeking to maintain this.
Yeah.
Well, let's move on to other stories.
Raymond, after this, the people of Safari Valley might think twice before allowing you onto their premises again.
I am no danger to
monitor lizard power. Mampam.
Let's
wait till you have time to tell us.
Now let's get to the chronicle. And for those of you who went to Sunday school in those days, I'm sure you remember this. What we used to call memory verse in those days.
Yeah.
Samuel Adame remembers this very well. 1 John 1:9. If we confess our sins, He's faithful and just to forgive us our sins and cleanse us from all unrighteousness.
That's
I learned
grace.
this when I was at the Church of Pentecost in those days. But senior police officers admit voices on tape. Bugri Nabu tells media after in-camera hearing. VRA presents relief items to victims affected by spillage. It's also here, so we'll talk about this issue later. And Akufo-Addo touts feats in education sector. And Ella, you're making a point about whether or not these are free SHS graduates and what it says about education. Raymond was also talking about many people going to secondary school at different points in their lives. The issue is that you may have some of the best students going to the university and getting carried away, and as a result failing.
Yeah.
I mean, I have seen people
newfound freedom.
Exactly. I've seen people who were the best of students, came to the university and didn't perform. I have also heard, for instance, Professor Kofi Ejekum make the point that for many of the secondary school students, when they get to the university, they realize that they are not really prepared for university education. And so they always preferred the A-level students to those who went straight from senior secondary schools. And so in deciding what may be the causative factors, we could look at a lot of things. We can ask ourselves, is it because of the kinds of education they had before they got to the university? Is it even the mode of teaching at the university? How different is that mode from what they experienced in secondary school? Could it even be their lifestyle? Because I know people who, were very, who under parental guidance did things differently. Now that they have their freedom, may do other things. That's also on the front page. But back page, Wayne Rooney has been appointed Birmingham City manager. Hey, Wayne Rooney, anyway, that's the
Birmingham City, bit out of his comfort zone. All right, let's go online. The online review is brought to you now by Zenith Bank in your best interest and Goyle Good Energy. Taxpayers' money is used to train our nurses. We can't sit and have them all leave. We're not sure who's the one saying that. But that and other stories, including Attorney General, should be held to the fire of accountability, according to Sami Jemfi, are all on myjoyonline.com.
Now, Goyle is asking, what do you do when you run out of fuel in your vehicle? Do you just top up anywhere? Well, Goyle says that don't do that if that's what you do, because you should join the Good Energy family. And this is why Goyle's Super XP Ron 95 and Diesel XP are the best quality fuels with high performance in town for a vehicle. Also, Goyle's Super XP Ron 95 is a high-grade fuel sold at the same price as normal fuel. And Goyle Diesel XP is low in sulfur, making it an eco-friendly option for your vehicle. And what's more, with over 440 stations across the nation, you've got to join the family that rewards you with quality for an energized driving experience. Goyle Good Energy. Goyle Yen Ara Yedim.
Oh, by the way, a police officer has been killed and another injured in a shootout with robbers. Details are also on myjoyonline.com. Condolences to his family. Killed in the line of duty. Terrible. Okay, right. Let's go for the BBC News now. It's brought to you by Fidelity Bank. Believe with us.
For decades, we have helped businesses connect with their trade partners all over the globe. From Ghana to Burkina Faso, Côte d'Ivoire, Benin, Togo, Senegal, China, Morocco, France, Netherlands, and many other countries. We have made it possible to bring Ghana to the world. We have brought small and medium businesses closer to their customers across the regions in Ghana with our SME support facilities. We have brought relief and smiles to the faces of families with our employee personal loans. With our cutting-edge technology and digital support, we take the burden of complex thinking off you, making life simple. That is who we are, as close as a partner. Bank of Africa. We are indeed the African bank with the global reach.
Want to feel energized for more? Fuel up with Super XP Ron 95 and Diesel XP high performance products from Goyle. Our high grade fuel comes at no extra cost but with more power. And our Diesel XP, it's low in sulfur, making it an eco-friendly option for your vehicle. Experience high performance and quality with our products. Available everywhere. Choose Super XP Ron 95 and Diesel XP for an energizing driving experience. Goyle. Good energy.
My way insurance, my way.
Hi, my name is Nanama McBrown, and I want to encourage you to dial *165# on MTN to join the My Way family. My Way provides you and a selected family member a cover against death. As a policy holder, you will also have a cover against total permanent disability and hospitalization should you be hospitalized for more than 2 nights. Dial *165# and join the family. Sanya My Way. No way.
My Way is a product of My Life and MTN Momo. Terms and conditions apply.
The search for a distinctive university to attend is now over. I introduce you to Heritage Christian College, located at Amasaman behind the Olympic Stadium, affiliated to KNUST and UCC and accredited by the Ghana Tertiary Education Commission.
The university offers Bachelor of Business Administration programs with options in accounting with computing, marketing, accounting, human resource management, business information technology management, entrepreneurship and technology innovation, Bachelor of Science courses in information technology and information security, nursing, and a Bachelor of Theology. We offer student entrepreneurship training with financial support.
The entry qualifications include WASI, SSCE, GBCE, HND, and diploma in relevant fields. Mature entrants can also come if they are 25 years and above.
We also offer 12-month Master of Science programs in accounting and taxation, accounting and finance, and human resource management.
Contact us on 0547 777 731.
Heritage Christian College, a university educating compassionate entrepreneurial leaders.
There's never been a better time to own a home. Republic Bank slashes interest rates on all its CD mortgage products. Yes, switch and sign on to any of our CD mortgages. Enjoy ultra low interest rates and pay less to live in your dream home. Kule! Call 054 0109 649, 054 0109 901 or email myhome@republicghana.com. Offer is valid until 31st January 2024. Terms and conditions apply. Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
I was addicted to the dark side. Somewhere inside my childhood when it's my heart died. And even though we both came from the same places, the money and the fame made us all change places. How could it be through the misery that came to pass? The hard times make a true friend afraid to ask. I'm come see that you can run to me when you need me. I'll never leave, honestly. Someone to believe in. You can see it's a small thing to the truth. What could I do? Real homies help you get through. And coming new, he do the same thing if he could. Cause in the hood, true homies make you feel good. And half the times we be acting up, call the cops. Bringing the cease to the peace that was on my block. It never stops when my mama asked me, will I change? I tell her, yeah, but it's clear I'll always be the same until the end of time.
The world's radio station. Welcome to the inquiry on the BBC World Service. Europe's leaders are struggling to agree on a response to the migrant crisis.
It's a big problem because it's a theme that's currently dominating elections in so many different parts of Europe, but also other parts of the globe.
There's a clear lack of capacity.
I think the system is prone to creating a lot of backlogs. And so the congestion and overcrowding is sort of also generated by policies.
And then a lack of unity over how to tackle the problem.
So the EU has moved away, at least these proposals have moved away from the idea of mandatory relocation mechanisms. So the idea of flexible solidarity in the sense that everybody has to contribute to helping address this issue.
This week on The Inquiry, we're asking, can Europe solve its migrant crisis?
Hello, I'm Moira Alderson with the BBC News. The UN says Israel's bombardment of Gaza, now entering its 6th day, has forced 340,000 people from their homes. The Palestinian Health Ministry says the strikes have killed 1,200 people and wounded more than 5,000. Gaza has been plunged into darkness after the only power plant shut down on Wednesday. Here's Tom Bateman.
Israel's siege means food and clean water are running out, and without power for pumps, raw sewage is building up in some streets. Neighbouring Egypt is calling for a 6-hour humanitarian truce to get aid in. The Israeli military has closed off a large land area surrounding the Strip amid a continuing troop build-up ahead of an expected land incursion possible in the coming days. Air raid sirens due to rocket fire from Gaza into southern Israel continued late into the night. There is still no word on the fate of the estimated 150 people being held hostage in Gaza, as Turkish officials claim to be involved in mediation over their fate.
Russia's President Putin has arrived in Kyrgyzstan, his first visit to a foreign country other than Russian-occupied Ukraine since the International Criminal Court issued an arrest warrant for him. Charles Haviland has this report.
In choosing Kyrgyzstan for this rare foreign visit, Vladimir Putin is benefiting from the fact that the Kyrgyz government has not ratified the treaty of the International Criminal Court. Well over 100 nations have done so. That obliges them to arrest Mr. Putin if he sets foot on their soil, given that the ICC suspects him of the war crime of removing Ukrainian children to Russia. In a sign of Moscow's increased isolation, his next visits are planned for North Korea and China.
Washington has condemned the deportation of a Chinese human rights lawyer to China from Laos. The State Department urged Beijing to disclose Liu Siwei's whereabouts and health condition and grant him access to medical and legal services. Mr. Liu was arrested in Laos earlier this year, having fled from China. Some 4,000 soldiers and police have been deployed near the capital of El Salvador, where criminal gangs are believed to be operating. 19 months ago, President Nayib Bukele declared a state of emergency, giving soldiers extra powers to arrest gang members. Here's Phoebe Hobson.
Around 3,500 soldiers and 500 police were sent to two small cities close to the capital, San Salvador. They blocked locals in these areas leaving, and they went round house to house asking for identity documents and rental contracts, trying to find suspected gang members. Both the small city Apopa and Soyapango previously were strongholds for the various gangs that operate in El Salvador. President Nayib Bukele never really turns down a PR opportunity. He's very keen to show that he has a strong hold over the issue of gangs in El Salvador.
World News from the BBC. The Japanese government says it's applying for a dissolution order for the Unification Church, a controversial sect under the spotlight since the assassination of the former Prime Minister Shinzo Abe. A formal request is expected to be filed in court on Friday. Dissolution would mean it's deregistered as a religious organisation and loses tax benefits. 2 people have been killed in the Russian region of Belgorod, which borders Ukraine, after debris from a drone fell onto their home on Wednesday night. The regional governor said a residential building caught fire after anti-aircraft units shot down the unmanned aerial vehicle as it approached Belgorod city. He said 2 other people were injured. The World Bank is calling on Britain to increase the amount of money it donates to the institution, saying that London's halving of its aid budget 3 years ago has caused real pain. Until recently, London was the biggest single donor to the Anti-Poverty Lenders Fund. The world premiere of American superstar singer Taylor Swift's latest film has taken place at a cinema in Los Angeles, a day earlier than originally scheduled due to high demand. The multi-Grammy winner made a surprise appearance on the red carpet, taking selfies with her fans. The 3-hour movie was filmed over 3 concerts during her ongoing Eras tour. Peter Bowes was at the premiere.
This is a very unusual event. The world's biggest music star, who is perhaps set to dominate the cinema world as well over the next few days. This is the world premiere of Taylor Swift's film, which is based on her recent concert performances in Los Angeles. Intense security here around a shopping mall that has been closed all day in preparation for this event, and huge excitement amongst her fans, the Swifties, who've managed to get their hands on some free tickets to see their idol on the big screen.
Peter Bowes with that report. That's the latest. BBC News.
Here you go, dear.
Mom, you didn't add milk.
No need to. Taste and see why.
Wow, but how?
It's the most action-packed breakfast show in town. The hottest music, the best giveaways, the great interviews, and all the laughter and fun you can imagine. Don't miss the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the best breakfast show in town.
To my unborn child. To my
Coffee in your cup.
child.
Enjoy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Now ever since my birth, I've been cursed since I'm born to wild.
We'll be going to Liberia. We're very interested in how that election is going or not going, since we have to wait a couple of weeks to find out how the results will come. But our own man is there. Yes. Our man is there He's he's been paying attention. He'll tell us how the Liberian people feel about all of that. Also, we're very concerned about what's happening in the Volta region. The spillage of the Akosombo Dam causing mayhem in towns like Mepe and Bator, and even further south, so Gakope, where the lights are off. In addition to everything, it's just
double jeopardy.
Indeed. These are the focuses of our conversations today on the Super Morning Show. Stay tuned. What matters to you matters to us.
Wake up to joy, joy, joy. Sunshine and joy in the morning time. Yeah. Wake up to the Super Morning Show. Yeah. Wake up to joy, joy in the morning. Yeah. If you're turning on your radio, go for some joy in the morning. On the Super Morning Show.
Welcome to the Joy Super Morning Show.
And welcome to an irresistible offer from Toyota Ghana. For a limited time, they're offering huge price discounts on these exceptional range of vehicles. We're talking the dynamic RAV4, the robust Hilux, the powerful Fortuner diesel, and the luxurious Land Cruiser Prado. And that's not all. When you make the decision to acquire any of these incredible vehicles, Toyota Ghana will reward you with an entire year of complimentary servicing. This golden opportunity won't be around forever, so pay a visit to any of their showrooms here in Accra, in Tema, Kumasi, Tamale, Takwa, and Takrady. You can also reach them on phone 0302 910-204. Credit purchase is also available through special arrangement. Toyota, superior quality.
Now, a poorly maintained car engine can age faster. That's why we offer specially formulated quartz engine oil. So if you buy your car, that's the Toyota. Of course, to make sure that it doesn't age, and you need an age resistance technology embedded in that engine oil, and that's what quartz gives you. It's a breakthrough innovation that ensures optimal performance for your engine and improves protection against mechanical wear by up to 74%. Even under extreme temperatures and pressures. Choosing quartz from Total Energies is choosing the engine oil that keeps your engine running efficiently and effectively. Quartz, keep your engine younger for longer. Like now, somebody I know.
Thank you.
Hey, they are winning you back. Okay. Republic Bank is the master of mortgages, and they've gone even lower, offering you ultra low interest rates on all the CD mortgage products. If you're planning to own, build, or improve your home, now is the time. Take advantage of this window of opportunity. Call the Mortgage Hub and speak to a specialist on 054 010 9901, or just send an email to myhome@republicghana.com. This offer is valid until the 31st of January 2024. Terms and conditions apply. Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
And if you're tired of the land wahala, you must be, and the headache of securing a piece of land, well, discover peace of mind with Sidan Landmark. We brought form and structure to land acquisition to eliminate land insecurity, multiple claims, and legal dispute. Our approach to land investment is professional and hassle-free, designed for individuals, private investors, institutions, and corporations. Buy Land God. Well, what did I say? Well, they say God is not making more land anymore. So find out where the people will be going and buy the land before they get there. The serviced lands are currently located at the new airport city, Chopoli, Ningo Pram district, along the main Tema Aflawo Road. For more inquiries, contact Sidan Land Bank on 030-395-5903 or 053-238-9050, or visit their website is sidanlandbank.com. It's SEDAN landbank.com. Sidan, by the future now.
Societe Generale, your secure and trusted partner, is celebrating 20 years in Ghana. Hooray! I think they're hooray.
Hooray!
This significant milestone wouldn't have been possible without you, our loyal customer.
Oh, yes.
So this anniversary is dedicated to you. Now, it has been a journey of triumphs, successes, and innovative financial solutions crafted to give you, your family, and your business the best outcomes. Always, our partnership with you has seen you and your families grow, your businesses and institutions succeed, and many dreams come true. Today, we are celebrating 20 years with you. Societe Generale. The future is you.
All right, well, the Kingdom Books and Stationery back to school promotion will continue until the 31st of October. So, Charlie, you still have a couple of weeks to go. You get 10 to 15% off all school items. So that's textbooks, pens, pencils, erasers, exercise books, and so much more in all their branches. So that's Accra, Tema, Kumasi, Takrade, Winneba, and Cape Coast. You can call 0302 764 101 or 0302 764 209. Or why don't you email info@kingdomgh.com or just go to kingdomgh.com. Kingdom Books, where quality and affordability are both assured. Terms and conditions
apply. Now, are you planning a trip to Lagos, Nigeria? Do you want to depart on time? Do you want to experience top-notch customer service? Well, one of Nigeria's foremost airlines is set to touch down here in Accra. Is Ibom Airlines. They will, on Tuesday, the 17th of October 2023, commence their inaugural flight into the beautiful city of Accra. So if you're planning a trip to Lagos, Nigeria, well, look no further. Book now to enjoy the special introductory fare. With Ibom Air, you will enjoy scheduled reliability, on-time departures, and excellent service, making your journey truly unforgettable. And here's the best part: you can fly daily from Lagos to Accra with Ibom Air. So that's daily flight twice, ensuring you have the flexibility you need. So don't wait any longer. Book your adventure now. Visit ibomair.com. That's IBOMAIR.com and be part of the excitement. Or visit the City Travel Office at the first floor, Nesta Square, South Liberation Link Road, Accra, or call 020 232 5226 or 0303 957033. You can also get your ticket at the Ibom Air counter at the Kotoka International Airport Terminal 3. Stay tuned, of course, to Joy for a chance to win exciting prizes from Ibom Air. Ibom Air, connecting Nigeria and Ghana in style. Don't miss out. Book your flight today and experience the connection like never before. Save the date, though, is October 17, 2023.
So if after all this, we find out that the thing is called Ibom Air.
Oh, could it be?
You be saying Ibom.
Ibom is more like Ibadan, more Nigerian.
But why does it have to anyway?
No, Akwa Ibom. Ananyasa. Okay, now they say I should move on. Not today. As a business owner, I'm sure you want your business to grow. This is why the Fidelity Ejapa account is here to help. With the Fidelity Ejapa account, you enjoy convenient payment and cash collections options such as the GHQR mobile money collect and mobile teller cash collection. There's also the access to competitively priced loans. A dedicated relationship officer is also available to you. Free insurance cover worth up to 48,000 cedis. There's also the free inter-account transfer and free subscription to our e-banking platforms. If you think this sounds good, wait for what I'm about to tell you, Kojo. The Fidelity Bank account, a Japa account, is an interest earning current account. Yes, interest earning current account, and it's available to both registered and sole proprietors trading in their personal names. So if you're a sole proprietor or self-employed individual, it's time to do good business with Fidelity Bank. Join hands and hundreds of businesses that have already signed up to the Fidelity Ejapa account, and it might just be your best decision yet. All that you need to do is to dial *776 *0# or visit fidelitybank.com.ga today to sign up for a Fidelity Ejapa account. Of course, terms and conditions apply. So what together we are more. Fidelity Bank. Believe with us. Yes.
So if after all this you find out that it's not Ejapa, it's Aduapa.
No, it's not possible. That one, I can stay for sure.
Masabe steady, I say.
You can't be confusing people.
Ibom. All right, it's time now for the nutrition line, and it comes to you from Nestle. Of course, they offer good food for a good life.
Here you go, dear.
Mom, you didn't add milk.
No need to. Taste and see why.
Wow, but how?
Is it milky?
Very.
Is it creamy?
Yes.
That's Milo all-in-one for you. It's so milky, eh? I don't need to add more milk.
I love it, Mommy.
Give your kids all in one. It's truly milky and rich in calcium. Milo, energy to go further. This advert is FDA approved.
This is Nestle Nutrition Line. Nestle Nutrition Line is a public service program from Nestle Ghana Limited. Nestle Nutrition Line offers tips on good food for a good life. Now to your presenter.
Hello, good morning. How are you feeling today? You well, you're strong, you're looking forward to great things happening? So am I. And the first of these is here. Nestle Nutrition Line. I'm Jackie Ankra, also known as Na Ajilisoa. Good morning and welcome. Today we're discussing nutrition choices that you can make to ensure your bones stay strong and healthy. First of all, you should remember that your bones are not just dormant structures, but living ones which change with time. Bones are made up of protein, calcium, phosphate, and calcium carbonate. The two calcium minerals harden and strengthen the bones. You will need a nutritionally balanced diet with enough proteins, calcium, and other minerals to keep your bones strong and healthy. Taking calcium first. Now with calcium, animal sources of calcium are more easily absorbed than plant sources, and you need a combination of both. So animal sources as well as plant. Some animal sources of calcium-rich foods you should include in your diet are sardines with their bones, salmon, shrimp, milk, yogurt, and cheese. Some plant sources of calcium-rich foods include green leafy vegetables like kontomire, okra, beans, and oranges. For calcium to perform its role, it needs vitamin D, which you get from exposing yourself to the sun or from fatty fish like tuna, sardines, mackerel, salmon, or egg yolk. I'd like to thank you for tuning in this and every weekday morning. You mean the world to us, and you're the reason we're here. So do please pick up a phone, call us. Let's stay in touch. Let's stay in conversation about ways to live a healthier, longer life. 0302 517 020 or 0302 211 880. Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Toll free 0800 120 Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to midnight. Weekends and holidays, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. For WhatsApp, SMS or calls between 8 a.m. and 8 p.m., the following numbers: 0593 845697, 0593 845649, 0593 845708. Alternatively, do send an email to consumerservices@gh.nestle.com. Keep your head up, look to the sun for its light and warmth, and keep moving, keep pushing, keep rising, keep being the best you can. Bye.
Here you go, dear.
Mom, you didn't add milk.
No need to. Taste and see why.
Wow, but how?
Is it milky?
Very.
Is it creamy?
Yes.
That's Milo all-in-one for you. It's so milky, eh? I don't need to add more milk.
I love it, Mommy.
Give your kids all in one. It's truly milky and rich in calcium. Milo, energy to go further. This advert is FDA approved.
My man, I heard there's a new app on the streets that does it all for you.
Ah, really? How is that possible?
Charlie, I also could not believe it too. But I downloaded the app and I'm telling you, I was able to chat with my friends, make video calls, and...
Well, we know of many apps that can do that.
Oh, let me finish, la. I was also able to listen to the latest songs, play games, and read the latest sports news.
For real?
Yeah, and I can send and receive money from the app. Amazing, no?
What's the name of this app?
It's called Ayoba.
Ayoba?
Yeah, Ayoba.
Get Ayoba, your all-in-one app that lets you chat, call, share, play, pay, and listen to music all in one app for everyone. Enjoy Ayoba with MTN and download the Ayoba app today. Everywhere you go.
Have you ever thought of the one that makes you complete? An escape from the clutches of interest charges. With the Standard Chartered Visa debit and credit cards, payments are completed at the speed of light, intertwined with interest earning accounts. You also get unbelievable rewards every time you swipe. You have access to over 1,200 airport lounges worldwide, high credit limits of up to 100,000 Ghana cedis, and up to 50 days interest-free with our credit cards. You also get to enjoy full multi-trip travel insurance for 90 days. Fees discounted at your feet with our globally partnered merchant points. Bills are always settled, not battled. Get the Standard Chartered debit and credit card now. Call toll-free on 0800 740 100 or 0302 740 100, or reach us via email on feedback.ghana@sc.com. Standard Chartered, here for good.
1xBet. Big bonuses, big odds, big wins. Download 1xBet app, make a deposit, and you get 300% bonus on up to 3,445 Ghana cedis. The biggest bonus ever. 1xBet is a reliable bookmaker. So head up to 1xBet.com.gh. Register with promo code Welcome Ghana and get a huge welcome bonus on your first deposit right now. Have a chance to win. 1xBet gives you more. Gambling can be addictive. Bet responsibly. Not for person under 18 years. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the Gaming Commission.
In your cup. Enjoy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
It is a birthday messages on the Super Morning Show are brought to you by MTN. Everywhere you go. Bank of Africa, the African bank with global reach. Bank of Africa, as strong as a group, as close as a partner. And Franco Trading Enterprise. Still phone Papa Pefie. All right, whose birthday is it?
There's only one birthday today.
Hey, for you.
Irene
MFA.
Apau.
Senior Ambassador.
Irene MFA Apau. Senior Ambassador of what? Visit
Water Region.
Raymond, come and hear your ambassador. Anyway.
Irene MFA Apau. She's not just brand ambassador, she's the executive producer of AutoZone. She will understand.
And senior ambassador, Visit Voter.
Executive producer of AutoZone.
Voter Fair, yes. Voter Fair. Anyway, happy birthday to you, MFA, Pau of the Joy Newsroom. And also, this one says, happy birthday.
How old is she today?
Well, she will tell you when she comes.
Okay. Well, you know the age. She's been around. That's all we can say.
I wanted to be sure. Happy birthday to a very wonderful daughter, sister, and mother, Lavana Nanakosia Abokuma Dra of SGSSB headquarters Accra. You're the greatest thing that ever happened to the BC Dra family. As today marks a special day in your life, we pray for long life with good health, happiness, and favor from God for you. Be blessed, grow gracefully, and soar higher. It's from Dillis, your siblings, and Nana Harden.
All right, this one is to an 11-year-old girl who is just waiting to get out of the car right now. Mami Sewa Bempa Akoto of North Hills International School, Year 6, Jasmine. It's your birthday today. Happy birthday, Mami Sewa. It's from your mom, your dad, all of your siblings, and they say, God bless you. We love you so much. Happy birthday, Mami Sewa.
Isn't that lovely?
Caroling.
Yes, she's 11 years
Caroling
old
shouts.
today. Now, this is a special one, okay? This one goes to our very own Uncle T, Mr. Eden Techimaika. He was called Eden. Yeah. Yes.
Happy birthday, sir.
Yes, everybody calls him Papa. And his wife, Auntie Margaret, wants to wish him a happy birthday. She calls him her knight in shining armor.
Aww.
Yes, and she thanks him for his unwavering support. His charming smile has been a constant source of happiness to her, and she wants him to know how much she means to her. Isn't that nice? Yes. A special one from the children and the family at home and abroad, and of course from the team of from the group of companies. Happy birthday, Uncle T. All right then, so shall we get on with it?
Yes, sir.
The Joy Sports Center is brought to you by MTN. Everywhere you go, Standard Chartered Bank, we're here for good. Allianz Life Insurance,
we secure your future.
1xBet,
your reliable bookmaker.
And DSTV, it's your moment.
Now,
the way my Mavi says DSTV, I saw the car.
So imagine sitting in the stands at Anfield, cheering on Liverpool FC and joining several fans jump and scream at Mo Salah's stand and goal. This dream could come true for you because Standard Chartered wants to take you and your partner to Anfield to watch Liverpool FC play live. If you are a customer of Standard Chartered, just keep transacting. Transact more to participate in this campaign. If you're new though, if you're not a client, then please download the SC mobile app, open an account, and start doing business. Remember, the more you transact, the more presents you gain in the basket for that final draw that selects the ultimate winner. This is your chance to experience Anfield with your partner. There are other consolation prizes, so open that account and transact now to watch Liverpool FC play live at Anfield. This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply. Standard Chartered.
Here for good.
And ready to treat your callers to good tunes while you win incredible awards and points by purchasing, renewing, copying, or gifting your favorite caller tunes. And you can win amazing prizes based on your total accumulated points. Yep, build as many points as possible, and you can win tons of data to stay connected to the things you love, or you can win an amazing 10,000 cash prize to splash on your favorite things. It's the perfect way to entertain your callers with music and get rewarded at the same time. Start collecting your caller tunes points today. Visit callertunes.mtn.com.gh. Caller tunes spelled CALLERTUNEZ. Or just dial *1355# to get started on the MTN Caller Tune service. Promo lasts till the 7th of November 2023. Terms and conditions apply.
All right, this is a special happy birthday late entry to Sandy Kweku Menz. It's from your sister, Mamie Siemens, and your parents, and of course your nephew and niece, Kendrick and Kendra. Have a special one indeed. Now, do you like watching sports and betting? Well, then you'll be interested in this world-famous bookmaker, 1xBet, and their special offer with high odds, a huge selection of sports events, and a cool mobile app. Right now, 1xBet is offering a 300% first deposits bonus. Sign up, use the promo code BETG, that's BETG, and get of up to 3,445 Ghana cedis. 1xBet has a license to operate in Ghana, so you don't have to worry about your funds' safety. Join millions of 1xBet players worldwide and win big. Gaza, yo.
Cool Joe, yo.
What's poppin', yo?
I'm doing well. How are you two today?
Me Japan.
Anyway, today is 92 days to the start of the Africa Cup of Nations, and that's why...
Bonjour à tous, c'est Didier Drogba. Je serai présent demain soir pour le tirage au sort de la Coupe d'Afrique des Nations en Côte d'Ivoire 2023. On est ensemble.
We said Didier Drogba. That's him speaking ahead of today's official draw for Africa's biggest football event. The draw comes off tonight in Abidjan, where Drogba calls home. So he's welcoming all of you, marking yet another milestone to the build-up to the 34th edition of the Continental event slated for January 2024. 24 teams, including the Black Stars, of course, will be drawn into 6 groups of 4. Joy Sports' Daniel Cranting has looked into the crystal ball, and what should we expect tonight?
Ghana's Black Stars will know their opponents for the 2023 AFCON when the draw for the competition is held on Thursday night. The Black Stars, who will be looking to end their over 40-year AFCON drought, have been placed in Pot 2 alongside Nigeria, Cameroon, Mali, Burkina Faso, and DR Congo. There are 4 pots containing 6 teams each. A team from each pot will be drawn and spread out from groups A to F. This will conclude with 6 groups of 4 teams each representing each pot. Ghana will have to contend with one of the teams in Pot 1, which consists of defending champion Senegal, together with 2021 finalists Egypt, Algeria, Morocco, Tunisia, and host Cote d'Ivoire. Pot 3 includes 1996 champion South Africa, Cape Verde, Guinea, Equatorial Guinea, Mauritania, and 2012 champion Zambia, who are managed by former Black Stars head coach Avram Grant. Pot 4 contains Guinea-Bissau, Mozambique, Namibia, Angola, Gambia, and Tanzania. Next year's competition features no debutants, a testament to the strength and pedigree of the teams on display. The 2023 AFCON will run from January 13th to February 11, 2024 in Cote d'Ivoire.
And while the Black Stars may hope for a favorable draw, like you heard Danny Cranting just say, that might not be the case, as they are not among the seeded teams and will likely face tough opponents from the continent, including Algeria, Senegal, and Egypt. Yep, Ghana could face any of these 3. With more, here's African football analyst Nuhu Adams of Insure FM.
I'm looking at the pot Ghana finds itself in. It's not going to be easy after the draw. Any group that Ghana is going to get is going to be very tough, especially looking at all the other 23 teams that have qualified alongside the Black Stars. We don't have debutant in next year's AFCON, and that should tell you the pedigree of the teams that have qualified. I think with the exception of Nigeria, Cameroon, Mali, Burkina Faso, and DR Congo, who are in the same pot with Ghana, all the other teams are likely to face Ghana.
Nuhu Adams there. So, facing Senegal could be on the cards. What is their captain saying? Here is Sadio Mane from Abidjan.
Hi guys, I'm really happy to be here, and of course to say I'm gonna be in tomorrow draw. Let's go. Won't be easy, but Africa.
Stars have descended on the Ivorian capital, including former Super Eagles captain John Mikel Obi, who is one of those who will be taking part in the draw's official proceedings tonight, and he's hopeful that he will see the trophy in his home nation, Nigeria.
This is coming on. The tournament is coming on. AFCON 2023, right? It's coming home to Nigeria.
Among the teams participating at next year's tournament is Namibia, who qualified for the tournament for the first time since 2019, despite the inactivity, in fact, football inactivity in their country. This is as a result of a discord between the football leaders there. National team head coach Colin Benjamin shares his thoughts on the significance of the comeback.
I think it's special. It's special not only for me as a coach, it's special for the players, it's special for the country. We in a very precarious position here in Namibia. We didn't have active football or active league for like 3 years. We're not able to play our matches at home. So it's basically against all odds. Everything is against us. So it's restoration for the country. It's pride for the country. It's pride for the players. And it's basically also showing that we do have the potential, but we have to start working. We have to put in the work and put structures in place to make this even a success and go further.
Right. Namibia coach Colin Benjamin speaking there, and the draw will be at 7 p.m. tonight. You can follow us on Twitter. Joy Sports GH will be having that draw as well. And you know who else will be watching the draw from afar? The Black Stars. Yes, they will be training in the USA. Now 7 p.m. in Ghana and Ivory Coast will be 3 p.m. in Charlotte, North Carolina, which is where they are getting ready for the upcoming friendlies against Mexico and the United States of America. The team held a training session yesterday involving 21 players. Mohamed Kudus and Jerome Opoku were the latest players to join the squad. This is Joy 99.7 FM. Hello, and if you're just joining us, this is the Joy Sports Center. Gary L. Smith here, continuing with the news from Ghana. Majority shareholder of Accra Heart of Oak, Togbe Afede the 14th, has called on fans of the club to exercise patience with head coach Martin Koopman. Despite the slow start to the league, the Phobians have recorded just a win in 4 games and are currently 14th on the league log. Speaking at the annual general meeting of the club, the board chair expressed confidence in the technical team's ability to turn things around and appealed to the fans to remain firm in their support.
When you are a genuine supporter, you have to understand these things and keep supporting. You see what I'm saying? Arsenal, look at what they went through for many years until now. Liverpool, for 30 years in the doldrums until a club came in. So please, with all due respect, okay, a good coach can still find a new area, a new environment difficult. It doesn't mean that the coach is totally useless. Neither does it mean that the managers don't know what they're doing.
So that's Togbe Afede speaking there at the club's AGM. Some action in the Ghana Premier League proper. Yesterday, in Swatreman FC snatched a point from Dreams in the outstanding fixture in Dew. Abdulaziz Isa opened the score inside 4 minutes before it was cancelled by Abdul Manaf Umar. The draw moves in Swatreman to second in the league standings with 7 points, while Dreams sit in 11th with 5. Moving on abroad, Harry Maguire says a call from David Beckham meant everything after being jeered by Scotland fans. The England centre-back scored an own goal as a sub in last month's 3-1 friendly win in Glasgow, while every touch he took was cheered with irony. Maguire has had a difficult period in the last 12 months, having lost his place in Man United starting 11 and the captaincy also to Bruno Fernandes.
I actually spoke with David about 3 weeks ago after the Scotland game. He got in touch with me, so it was really nice of him, and I really appreciated that. He reminded me of the career that I've had today and the big moments that I've had in my career, and I think, like I say, when you're going through tough moments, you've got to think on past experiences and past memories and where you've gone in your career and what you've been through. And every career, like I say, every career is so up and down, and especially when you reach what I've reached in terms of being the captain of the biggest club in the world for 3.5 years, and he's been in that position, and he knows what it's like.
Harry Maguire, former captain of Manchester United. Speaking of that club, a legend of the club and one of its most famous exports is continuing his job in the dugout. Wayne Rooney has been announced as Birmingham City's new coach. The 37-year-old former England captain has joined the Championship club on a 3.5-year deal. Best wishes to him. That's the sport for now. Gary L. Smith here. And like I said, tonight, join us on X, that's formerly Twitter, on Joy Sports GH and the Joy 997 handles, where we take you through the draw for the Africa Cup of Nations. Ghana finds out what teams we have.
All right. Thanks, Gary. For sports, there's more sports on myjoyonline.com. Our social media messages here on the show brought to you by EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank, Ghana AIDS Commission. Test to know your HIV status and take steps to protect your health, and GTP Lifestyle. When we return, Anklebo Wide Food for Thought, brought to you by Roverman Productions. Be the difference.
EcoBank Mobile, they make me say, oh yeah. EcoBank Mobile, they make me crazy. Download it and use it. It gon' make your life so easy, yeah. Oh yeah, download it. You gon' enjoy it. In my Birmingham check. In my Birmingham check. Come make a download them for you. Cause you can pay bills, you can buy credit. credit. You can pay school fees, even just tights with the Apple. Ecobank Apple.
Life is easy with the EcoBank mobile app. You can pay your bills, transfer to and from mobile wallet, virtual card creation, transfer to other banks, express account opening, scan and pay, express cash, all at your fingertips with the EcoBank mobile app. You know it's 5-star life with EcoBank. Kim promise.
Hello, Ghana. I've got great news for you. After 26 years of academic excellence globally, Botho University is now in Ghana, offering degree programs in health information management, cybersecurity and risk management, software engineering, network security, and computer forensics. Admissions are ongoing for January 2024 with up to 50% scholarship for the first 150 students. We offer flexible payment terms, internship opportunities, and experiential exchange programs with our sister campuses. Pick up your admission form today at our East Legon campus near ANC Mall or call 0302-523-782 or WhatsApp 020-990-4714 for more information. Botho University, vibrance, innovation, impact.
Joy 99.7 FM
is your super station, and this is the Super Morning Show. Time for us to bring you food for thoughts. Is brought to us by Roverman Productions. Be the difference, and Uncle Ebu White joins us for food for thought today, Thursday. Uncle. Hello, Uncle.
Hi, gorgeous. Good morning.
Good morning. There you are.
And how are you doing?
Oh, by grace, I am doing very well. You?
Oh, I'm doing good. I'm doing great. Before I go on to my presentation this morning, let me acknowledge a good friend of mine, Mr. Kofi Adomako, the MD of GCB Bank. His warmth towards me on Monday was overwhelming. I went to GCB. He was in a meeting, but he took a break from the meeting just to say hello to me.
Oh.
Even though the meeting was on with him, but when he heard that I was around, he took time to be with me. And I was quite moved that a busy man like that would make time for the boy from Sasson Treasure.
I think he's naturally a very wonderful person. I met him for the first time at Labadi Beach Hotel, and he was really open, very welcoming. So I can relate.
He is.
Yeah.
He is. And and today is also the birthday for a lawyer friend of mine. Her name is Claudia Coleman. Today is your birthday. May this be your best year yet.
Amen.
Maybe Ghana is not an easy country to operate in. From my own experience and that of others, I bring you 10 tips on how to survive in Ghana and how to thrive. So here we go. Tip number 1. What people say and what people do are two very different things in Ghana. If you judge any Ghanaian, especially one in public office or in the public space, only by what they say, you'll be very disappointed. Ghanaians say all the right things, but they do only what is convenient and what will further their personal interest, even at the expense of the state. Talk is really cheap in Ghana. Tip number 2. Stay away from partisan politics unless you are a politician. Our politics is dirty and it is a zero-sum game. You win or you lose. And when you lose, you are made to pay a very dear price. The winners want to make sure that you will not have the will or the resources to challenge them at the next elections. And so identifying with any political party is like having a death wish. Elsewhere, it is possible to see businessmen and people in the arts openly endorsing a candidate or a party, and even when their candidate loses, they still continue to thrive in business and in their careers. Try that in Ghana. And if your candidate loses, that is the end of your career and your business. So, unless you're a politician, you better stay away from partisan politics. Tip number 3, keep a low profile. Don't make too much noise until you are at the very top. We do not like people who fly high or who stand out. And we definitely hate those who make too much noise. The system will move against you and the ordinary citizen will resent you. The strategy for survival in Ghana is keep your head down, stay low profile until you make it beyond the point where you can be destroyed. Tip number 4. If you fight for Ghana, expect to be fought. Everyone who has fought for Ghana has scars to show for his efforts. In Ghana, if you fight against corruption, against misgovernment, or against anything that will hold Ghana back, you become public enemy number 1, and you are in big trouble. Those who will fight you know how to use the very people whose interests you are protecting and defending against you. Tip number 5. Those who steal from Ghana are not the poor and hungry, but those who say they have made it already in life. I know that in every nation, the rich and powerful create a system that gives them all kinds of advantages, but they also ensure that they contribute positively to the economy of the nation. In Ghana, however, the rich and those at the top dip their hands into the national coffers and steal from the nation or pave the way for others to rob the nation without making any contribution to economic growth and development. The rich and powerful in other countries invest their resources in the economy of their nations. The rich and powerful in Ghana, on the other hand, move their funds and resources out of Ghana to enrich other nations. Tip number 6. You will not believe some of the things that will be said about you when you succeed. There is a pastime in Ghana that is interesting until you become its subject or its object. It is this: we love to make up stories about people in Ghana. My wife came home one day and said to me, "Ebo, where do you park your ML and your white BMW?" She had been in a pharmacy shop, and a customer who happened to be a friend of the owner of the shop had walked in to gossip. And it so happens that her topic for gossip on this occasion was Uncle Ebo White. She did not know that the lady being served at the counter was my wife. So prepare your mind so that it does not devastate you too much when it happens to you, because we will make up some stories about you. They will be so juicy that you yourself will be impressed at what a dubious person you are. Tip number 7. It is all about money in Ghana. Don't talk about duty in Ghana. Don't talk about values in Ghana. Oh, don't talk about honor in Ghana. And definitely don't talk about your contribution to national development in Ghana. None of these matter that much in Ghana. What matters? Money. It doesn't matter how you make the money. Just make it, because your place in society will be measured by money and only by money. Tip number 8. Remember that your boss expects you to suck it up to him or to her. You will think that if you are doing your job well and you are respectful to your boss, that should be fine. But that is not fine in Ghana. In Ghana, most bosses expect you to suck it up to them. And they expect you to bring them stories of your colleagues. Never mind if the stories are true or not. Just paint your colleagues black to them and you will earn their favor. Tip number 9. We love to go to church in Ghana, but don't let that fool you to think that we know and fear God. We love to go to church, and most churches in Ghana are full on Sundays. Our church services are very lively, and we seem to love and fear God, but don't let our religiosity fool you. I've discovered that in most big churches, there is a cash team, that is the group of church members who count the offertory before the money is sent to the bank. I'm aware that in most cases, there is strict surveillance in the room in which the cash is counted. The members of the cash team are not permitted to enter that room with their bags or with any money on them. And there are cameras to pick every move they make. And why this level of surveillance? Because the church cannot trust members of the cash team not to dip their hands into God's money in God's house. And if the churches cannot trust their own members to count God's money in God's house, what does that say about the fear of God in our churches? I know I'm going to be in big trouble for this point, but before you blacklist me in your church, please ask yourself, why is there a need to keep a sharp eye on so-called God's children counting God's money in God's house? Finally, tip number 10. None of the above matters, because if Ghana wants to get you, Ghana will get you no matter what you do. After all has been said and done, nothing you do in Ghana can save you if the system is upset with you. It does not matter whether you are successful or not. If Ghana wants to destroy you or hold you down, Ghana will do it. In the end, you need God's mercy to survive and thrive in Ghana. And I wish you plenty of that. And gorgeous, that is my presentation for today.
The system, no? Above all.
Oh, the system wants to get you.
Hey, but Uncle, these are good tips, how to survive if you're a business in Ghana.
Oh, you have to learn these things, otherwise you'll be shocked.
Oh my God. You, Uncle, next weekend you are in Tamale, but somebody sent a message, I think on Monday, to ask why you don't go to Ho.
Oh, we're at Ho. We've been at Ho before, not on this trip, but we are no strangers to Ho at all. And Ho is one of the places where somebody told us that he would use the gate fee price for palm nut soup.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Well, so husband material 7 years will not be going to Ho?
Not on this trip, but next year we're hoping that the reception we've had in the cities we've gone to this time have been so overwhelming that we ourselves are feeling guilty that it took us so long to mobilize the resources to be able to make the trips. So next year, God willing, God being good to us and God's mercy ensuring that we survive, we would increase the number of cities we cover.
Awesome. Okay, so that's your response to the question. Somebody sent us a WhatsApp last Monday after your presentation. All right, Uncle.
But if we are going to Ho, you will come with us.
Okay, that's a deal.
All right. Okay.
I am.
That's a deal.
Okay. All right, Uncle. Thank you so much for food for thoughts. Of course, if you're a business, you need to survive. You need these tips. So just we will post the 10 tips later on our social media handles. This is the Super Morning Show. We've got the Joy Business Minute coming up shortly here on the Super Morning Show. Social media messages brought to you by EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank. Ghana AIDS Commission, test to know your HIV status and take steps to protect your health, and GTP Lifestyle. So every day people face different emergencies: police emergency, fire emergency. But if you find yourself in a money emergency, what number will you dial? How would you get help? Number to remember always is *770# is the new EcoBank money emergency number, and it gives you instant access to loans, to fund transfers, utility payments, airtime and data purchases. So much more you can do even without data. So there's no need to panic when you find yourself in any money emergency. EcoBank will always come to your rescue. Dial *770# now for solutions to your money emergencies. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank. And Franco Trading has taken delivery of CCTV cameras, those with the screen display menu and easy configuration. They have chest freezers and refrigerators, washing machines as well. They have all types of phones and accessories, smart TVs from 32 to 55 inches, and the Franco air conditioners all in stock. And when you shop online from their online stores, you get a good 40% discount. So download the Franco Trading app if you don't already have it. It's on Play Store, or you can visit their website francotrading.com. But here's the thing, don't Google for a number to get in touch with Franco Trading Enterprise. Instead, call 0246 422 338 or 055 5939 311. Franco Trading Enterprise, still phone papa fie. The Joy Business Minute brought to you by Consolidated Bank Ghana CBG. We stand with you, and Anointed Electricals, the generator experts. It's exactly 8 a.m. and here is the Joy Business Minute.
Hello, welcome to the Joy Business Minute brought to you by Consolidated Bank Ghana. We stand with you, and Anointed Electricals, your generator experts. Government says it will engage customers of Black Shield, formerly Gold Coast Fund Management, over concerns of delayed payments of their investments. The customers have been picketing the Finance Ministry, pushing for the release of funds approved by Parliament. Ghana's debt in relation to the size of the economy is expected to take a nosedive this year and subsequently for the next 5 years. That's forecast by the International Monetary Fund's Fiscal Monitor. State-owned enterprises recorded 1.7 billion cedi loss in 2021. That's according to Minister of State Enterprises Joseph Kujo. And elsewhere in the U.S., the United Auto Workers Union has expanded its ongoing strike by shutting down Ford's biggest plant in response to Ford refusing to move further in contract bargaining. And that's the Joy Business Minute brought to you by Consolidated Bank Ghana. We stand with you, and Anointed Electricals, your generator experts.
Wake up, good morning, good morning.
It's the most action-packed breakfast show in town. The hottest music, the best giveaways, the great interviews, and all the laughter and fun you can imagine. Don't miss the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the best breakfast show in town. Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM. Joy 99.7 FM.
It's the Super Morning Show, 1 minute after 8. Thanks to Daryl and the business team for bringing us the Joy Business Minute, and we're always grateful to Consolidated Bank Ghana CBG. We stand with you, and Anointed Electricals, the generator experts. They make it possible for us to bring you the Joy Business Minute every weekday here on the Super Morning Show. And enjoy a quick and easy way of paying your fees with CBG School Fees Collections platform. Parents, students, and guardians can pay their tuition, hostel, graduation fees, among others, directly at any of CBG's 114 branches nationwide today. With over 30 institutions enrolled on the platform, you're guaranteed a convenient and secure way of paying for your fees. Receive real-time settlement notifications for every fee paid. For further inquiries, kindly reach out to the contact center on 0302 21 6000. That's 0302 21 6000. You can also reach CBG via social media. They've got handles on Facebook, X, and Instagram. And you can send an email to talk to us at cbg.com. That's really creative. I like that. Talk to us is easy to remember. Talk to us at cbg.com.gh. That's the email address. Terms and conditions apply. CBG, we stand with you.
And if your neighbors are complaining about the noise coming from your generators, you know where to go, right? Mm-hmm. Anointed Electrical Engineering Services Limited. They are into the sales of ultra, and that's the key word, not just silent. Ultra silent generators.
These days,
yes.
This is 2023.
Yeah.
If your generator is making noise,
this is like some cars' engines, some old cars' engines. No, and the point is that if you are neighbors to such people and the thing is making so much noise, you don't have some. It's almost like in some nuisance. So I mean, be a rich man of rich man status proper. And then this one is not even for rich people. It's for the ordinary person. You understand?
All of us.
Don't suffer. Let's say if you were to be in Sogakope today and you have a power of, you needed these ultra silent generators from 5 kVA to 2,500 kVA. And they also want to take maintenance and repairs of all kinds of diesel generators. They also have in stock genuine spare parts for all your generators and also do generator rentals, right? Now, in East Legon, you can locate Anointed Electricals at the Lagos Avenue, opposite Tonrake Hotel in Tema, on the Tema General Hospital Road, Community 9, just after the overhead. And at Odoko, where they have their head office, it's at number 77 Anointed House of the Odoko Malam Road. They have branches nationwide, everywhere in the Republic. Anointed, the generator experts. This is the number to call immediately if you want to solve this problem. 0243 480 334. 0243 480 334.
And Ray, when you made reference to the generator and the people of Sogakope and the surrounding areas with the lights being cut off,
double jeopardy.
Yeah, because we know that already they are dealing with a flooding situation, not just in Sogakope, in North Tong areas, the entire stretch. Also in my area, the area of Angloga, the Keta areas, and with the rains, the heavy rains as well. I mean, these are massive devastations, and can just imagine how the people are dealing with the situation right now.
Now, it must be very painful. I mean, see, their lives will come to a standstill now. Some of them cannot even access their homes. And you're not sure whether they've slept in the couple of days we were talking about. I mean, if they had, let's say, a very long time notice, they could plan, move out for a distinct period so that they hopefully can come back to the place. It's not as if this happens all the time. I mean, it happens once in a while when there is a very serious situation like this at hand. So prior preparation would have helped. But what is urgent now is we understanding what they need and providing the support we can as a state. It's already happened, but the support we need to provide immediately, that's what we should be considering. And I was happy to have heard that NADMO is on its way or starting some supplies on the ground. It might not be too little too late, but really we need to get action for the people to feel that they're also part of the state. Sometimes it's the blanket. Sometimes too is the mattress you're able to provide the person to find a different place to sleep, to weather the storm, or to be able to cope with the conditions we are lucky. We are not in conditions where it can get winter and the weather is very extreme. But these are also serious ones. I saw on Facebook a gentleman talking about his tilapia farm and how the entire farm is actually destroyed.
That's
and the
whole investment.
Yes, and I was just thinking about this. Oh Christ.
God.
The guy's entire livelihood, the very things that he's lived his life, waking up in the morning, going to work, saving money and setting up something on your own, recruiting workers and all of that. And he talked about, I mean, it was very painful. And I saw somebody saying that it was a very sad day in the office today, because they come to work every day to make sure that they produce this the fish for all of us, our consumption. And unfortunately, because of the situation, I mean, I don't know whether there are insurance options in this space, whether there's an option for compensation or that's not possible. But somebody should be able to help put people back, not even back to the original state, but on a good pedestal. But for now, relief, intervention, and the necessary support, so we do not lose lives as a result of this. Because some of these things, muddy and what they call it, wet areas, result in disease outbreaks if we don't manage it properly. So we need to be sure that our intervention is consistent and proper, and we understand the people and what they need now. We are just told that they are not even done with the the water flowing from that end.
And this is supposed to be like controlled spillage is what they say, but this doesn't appear to be controlled. Now, here's another issue that I have. So we knew this was going to happen, Ray. And we're now distributing relief items. What happened to, because we knew, and yesterday I mentioned Bagri Dam because that's out of our control. We just get the notice. But this is home. Couldn't we have distributed these things before the spillage? Chika, what I mean, should somebody not get a place to sleep before you find an alternative for that person?
Elsewhere, you'll be told, when you are being told that, even when they prepare for some of these natural disasters, there are cars moving around with all of those speakers announcing that we need to move. This is where you go to. This is where you can hide for the few periods.
They're given hot meals, you know, at different times, because you know that the people will need these things.
Mama V, this is the point. I have seen the, VRA releasing statements indicating that they are engaged in controlled spillage, right? Okay. When you went to school, Raymond, whenever your light was going to go off or anything was going to happen in your area, you were giving at least, I remember one time, 2 weeks to a 5-minute outage.
Sometimes they even give you notice. When are you likely to be away? Can we choose this time?
2 weeks, we were told. Now, and they chose the means that they believed majority of the people would know. And I make this for a reason. If we had a very effective local government system, the moment they indicated that this is what we're going to do, we had an effective governance system, so we're going to spill. You just don't, when you make the decision you're going to spill, you have to inform the communities that would be affected. You'd have done your risk assessment to indicate that these are the communities likely to be affected.
Right. Yeah.
When you do that assessment,
And the possible impact of
and
this.
the possible impact on them. So you do that assessment and then go to these communities. Because look, every day when you monitor, if you do continuous assessment, the dam will not be full overnight.
Yeah.
You will know. And if it's increasing, you'll be concerned and you would say, if this continues, we are likely to spill. So what do we do? Let's inform the communities. Let them move to higher ground. I mean, I'll tell you one thing. And one of the communities that I know very well, Mepe, the main road through the town is actually that side also is not being spared. And that road is in some instances about 100 meters to where the river is.
Oh, that's very far.
That is very far, but that has been affected. In fact, about half of the town has been affected. And so you asked, and someone just called me and said, look, his only fear today is that if care is not taken, even the lower Volta Bridge in Sogakope, where today the community is in darkness, the community has no electricity. All the people we arranged we're going to speak to, a lot of them, their phones are off. In fact, because
from yesterday to today.
Yeah, because there's no electricity. That's because Gridco says we want to protect lives. People have lost, 150 tons of fish.
You think about it for a second.
People have lost 2 million fingerlings. Because
and this is manual.
This
It's
is
not just
money.
This is somebody's lifetime investment. That's all that he's planned his life to do and make sure that he gets money out of it. That's the only income he's
That's
supposed
what
to be
is
getting.
paying the school
Yes.
fees,
And
feeding them daily.
Imagine as we talk about, relief. And I've been checking from Mepe, Bato, Sokwe, Sogakope, and all of that. NADMO says they have done their assessment and they are going to bring relief items.
How do you do assessment after spillage? Something that you say is controlled.
So that's the question, and that's where you ask the simple: if the governance system worked very well, all of these things would have been taken care of.
Let's not forget the K2 South areas already suffering from the waves from the sea.
Yeah.
So this is not even double. I can't even imagine how the people are living today.
I mean, we don't say that emergencies do not happen, but if you plan and still get yourself in an emergency situation, it's almost like you are incompetent.
Look, I have seen the hurricane, whatever. Whenever you are warned. There's consistent warning.
Yeah.
That it's getting
People even
close.
choose to stay.
It is getting
you
close.
choose to disregard
It is getting close.
Yeah.
It is getting close because systems would work. You see, and let me end on this note. Our people say that, Sebi, who don't want to tell me they be if you compare yourself to the dwarf, you would always be tall.
An exercise in mediocrity.
So let us not engage in any exercise in mediocrity. Let us compare ourselves to the best so we can improve.
What is required to fix this is not extraordinary, it's not supernatural. It's not like we have to design solutions that have never existed. No, people have solved these problems decades ago, generations ago. They have solved these problems. When the Dutch were building dams, did they not know that they would have to spill them? Did they not design them in a way so that the water will never be wasted? So, what do we have to reinvent the wheel? How difficult is it? We've had these dams since the 60s.
Yeah.
We've had the Akosombo Dam since the 60s. But as for us, dear, Wager Dam, we spill it and we waste
There's
the water.
also the pond.
We spill, we waste the water. Akosombo, we spill, we waste the water. It becomes a destructive force. Meanwhile, this same Ghana, we can't grow things all year round because we can't irrigate farms. It is a ridiculous problem to have.
Let me give an example of North Anna, right? North Anna, the power plant is in Virginia. Now, every child in a school in the communities near North Anna is taught how to not preserve yourself, but how to protect yourself and the family right from school. So even the adults know how to protect yourself and the family when there's any spillage or any flooding from there. I was shocked. And you ask the people of Sogakwe in these areas whether or not a similar form of education was given them. So today, if we find ourselves in the home and the place is flooded, what do we do? Where do we hide? Which areas are most secured? Which building structure do we need to put up in these areas to make sure that so if you cannot fix the problem of people collect water, people redirect water, people are doing very wonderful things with water from different. I'm not saying that we should do so because come and tell me about money and all the other exit. But how about the education to get people safer so they can plan and work towards it properly?
Absolutely.
That one too we can do.
Well, and you see, mostly because you see, and sometimes when I say people will want to, because some of these things mostly affect poor people, we tend not to take it very serious.
Yeah,
but I'm saying there are businesses there who are not operating.
I'm looking at pictures.
They don't care about their taxes too.
I'm looking at pictures from my friend. My friend sent me pictures from Sokwe. Right, her mother has a guest house. Has had a guest house there for years. Years. She has a picture of herself and her little sister on their favorite sofa in that guest house from when they were kids. All washed away. All the furniture destroyed. Her mother is going to have to start again from scratch. Who is going to make her whole? Who?
No.
Who is going to do? No. And I mean, look, the value of what is lost. Look at the sentimental value alone.
That's true.
You cannot replace this.
Listen, if you find yourself in any of these areas, reach out. Send us WhatsApp messages on 055-1111-997. If you have family and friends there, feel free to share their stories with us as well on WhatsApp. You can post your comments on X with the hashtag JoySMS. Our big story is brought to you by Vodafone Further Together. Latest film, your partner for life, Belmonte by CPL Developers, the ultimate luxury experience. And Access Bank, your number one remittance bank. Access Bank, more than banking.
Now it's free, Winston. Unlimited browsing on Vodafone fixed broadband this care month. You should be interested in this because
I mean, know that you yourself now you like free, so go ahead. Free is
look
real.
who's talking.
for staying and sticking with us. I cannot attack Mama B. That's standard practice. But anyway, Vodafone is showing appreciation to all active fixed broadband customers. We are giving free unlimited broadband browsing this Sunday, the 15th of October, from 12 to 11:59. Listen, the whole day. Let's not get it wrong. From 12 to 11:59. You are getting it free broadband browsing. Whatever you want to do, you can watch whatever you want. Can download what when you get free. People like the people who come to office before they download everything on their phone. Anyway, get ready to binge on
Somebody is laughing very loud.
Yes,
that's why.
Get ready to binge on your favorite online activities with super fast and reliable connectivities. This offer is valid for all current active fixed broadband customers and for dormant inactive customers too. If you want to reactivate, you need your fixed broadband back working. Do it before the 5th Sunday. If you don't have any motivation to do it at all, before Sunday, because from Sunday you'll be enjoying that 12 to 12 midnight. Join free.
Anyway.
The way you know the timelines.
Thank you. Thank you for choosing
Vodafone. Set alarm on his phone.
Vodafone Care Month. Hashtag team service. Hashtag live digital. Vodafone Further Together.
Now you asked and they heard you. Silver Star Auto, the original Benz boss in Ghana for the past 25 years at least, is inviting you to take advantage of their free inspection promo and save big. So schedule your free inspection today. Enjoy free inspection of your Mercedes-Benz vehicles. Enjoy 15% discounts on genuine spare parts. Why don't you go visit any of their outlets? They're in Accra on Graphic Road, in Tema, and in Kumasi. This is an extended promo. It ends on Friday the 13th of October. Hey, this Friday is a Friday the 13th, Charlie. So get your good luck in fast and go to Silver Star Auto. Terms and conditions apply.
Wake up, Good morning. Good morning.
Ajwa, the online page for the new business account was in shambles yesterday. We lost the page.
Tell me about it.
We started off very confident, and then the office broadband went down. When we set up the hotspot from the phone to reconnect, the data allocation also got finished.
You are joking.
I wish. The meeting room was hot. Kobe quickly tried calling them to give us some more time, but he had no airtime. Total chaos. They also gave us feedback that our website didn't have enough information. How can you run a business this way and hope to grow?
Oh dear.
Your business communication can be way better than this. Vodafone One Business is a complete communications package that gives you broadband with data transfer to mobile phones, mobile package with free calls among employees, landline with free calls and website design plus domain name registration. At Vodafone Business, we understand that strong connections within your business lead to success. Call 050-777-9000 or sign up by sending an email to sme@vodafone.com. Vodafone, further together.
Comfort, durability, finishing, quality. Choosing sofas and beds for your home, office or hotel couldn't be easier with an exclusive range of sofas and beds in various designs and colors from Latex Foam. There is so much choice whatever your budget. Latex Foam, your partner for life.
Some banks treat you like this. Others like this. But at Axis Bank, we treat you like this. Why settle for less when the best customer experience starts and ends at Axis Bank? We are always on call all week from Monday to Sunday to offer you the best financial advice and solutions. It's not just talk, it's about time you experience it too. Visit any Axis Bank branch today or call us toll free 0800 00 4400.
Axis Bank, more than banking.
About 1/3 of a million people live with HIV in Ghana. Close to 10,000 of them die each year, mostly as a result of a lack of antiretroviral drugs and adherence. In fact, close to 57% of children under 14 years living with HIV do not receive antiretroviral drugs, again as a result of inadequate funds to provide them with medication.
Life expectancy for these children is grim. The big worry, close to 16,300 people are newly infected with HIV each year. With this alarming rate of HIV infections, all of us are in danger, and Ghana is headed for an epidemic explosion if nothing is done now to avert it. While the Ghana AIDS Commission is working hard to overturn the situation, the Commission urgently needs funding support from corporate Ghana and individuals to save lives. We're therefore appealing to you, corporate entities and individuals, to support the National HIV and AIDS Fund by dialing star 9898 hash on MTN and Vodafone and follow the prompts, or pay into the National HIV and AIDS Fund account number 101-863-161-3233 Bank of Ghana. Your donation will be used to prevent new infections and provide care for people living with HIV, including children affected by AIDS. For further information, please call Ghana AIDS Commission on 0302 919260 or email info@ghanaids.gov.gh. Give to save a life today. Ghana AIDS Commission, partnering to eliminate HIV and AIDS.
Hey, Cashman.
Yeah.
Don't you know Nana has assembled all of us and you are here making calls?
My generator is spoiled too. So I'm calling a renowned Ghanaian company with an excellent track record in the sales and repairs of generator sets in Accra to come and repair for me.
Is it Anointed Electricals?
Yeah.
Anointed Electricals deals in quality and genuine generators with high fuel efficiency. We also rent generators.
They sell quality generators from 10 kVA to 2500 kVA. They have spare parts of other generators and can repair every faulty generator generator set even if you didn't buy from them.
Look, now we don't have any electrical problem in Accra.
Oh, how?
Because Anointed Electricals is right here at East Legon, Lagos Avenue, opposite Tomric Hotel.
And that's why Nana is calling us. Okay.
Yes. If you want to buy a brand new generator or repair the old one, visit Anointed Electricals. Or if you are within Accra, call our hotline 0246 423 534
or call 0243 480 334. They have qualified and dedicated men on 24-hour after sales service. Then let's go and listen to Nana. Let's go.
Gosh, after giving you the hint, won't you give me anything?
Anointed, the generator experts.
You can hate me now, QB, but I won't stop now.
and its spillage was planned well in advance. They knew they were going to spill the dam. How did it end up a disaster for people of various communities in the Volta region? How did families end up losing their family legacies? How did property end up floating along the surface of dirty water down the centers of towns and villages? How did Mepe become Venice? How did citizens of Bator end up having to swim in and out of the rooms of their home? How did businesses in Sogakope get washed away? How? How did it turn into a humanitarian crisis? Just because we had an excess of a scarce resource. It beggars belief, but this is the reality. This is what is happening in the Volta region today, and we are going to bring you the detail, the gritty detail of how the spillage of Akosombo Dam has affected Ghanaians just like you and me. Ghanaians. Something that was predetermined, not an act of God, not a sudden, tornado. We'll talk about it all today on the Super Morning Show. We thank you so much for joining us wherever you are. If you're in the Volta region listening through any of our affiliates, we thank you so much for choosing us. If you're in the Asante region listening on Love 99.5 FM, we love you very much. And thank you to all of you in the Central region tuning in to ATL 100.5 megahertz this morning. This is the CIMG radio program of the year, the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. All right, we're going to the Volta region very soon. But first, a wise man once said, don't just make money, make a difference. And at ABSA, they believe in helping you make a difference through their personal loans. With an ABSA personal loan, you can get up to 500,000 Ghana cedis collateral free to finance your personal projects. Now, with a flexible payment plan of up to 7 years, fixed and competitive interest rates, the ABSA personal loan is just what you need to open the door to the life you deserve. So, visit the nearest ABSA branch or call your personal banker to discover how to get things done. That is Africanacity. That is ABSA. Terms and conditions apply.
Now, I have some delicious news to share with you today, Kojo. Imagine a biscuit made from real cereal, packed with wholesome oats and grains, containing less sugar too.
I'm imagining.
This biscuit's not only a treat for your taste buds, but also a nutritious option for all ages. I'm talking about the McBerry Breakfast Cereal. McBerry Breakfast Cereal biscuit can be enjoyed at any time of the day, particularly at breakfast, with any beverage of your choice. It's delicious, nutritious, and also affordable. It's made with whole grain oats, packed with fiber, and real cereals with less sugar. Worry no more. With McBerry Breakfast Cereal, your kids have the perfect snack they can take to school. Beware though of imitation. Remember, go for the original McBerry Breakfast Cereal biscuit and start your day with a smile. McBerry Breakfast Cereal. Goodness for your morning. Of course, this advert is FDI approved.
All right, listen, let's go straight to the Volta region. Let's not wait any longer. People are losing property as we speak, and the fear is that this is nowhere near over. But what's happening? What's happening in towns like Mepe? Sorry, have I said that right? Mepe?
Mepe, yeah,
yes, Mepe, and Bator, and Sogakope, and Sokwe, and areas around these towns. Let's talk to our very own Joshua Tigo, who happens to be on the ground. Joshua, good morning. Why don't you paint us a picture of the effects of the spillage of Akosombo Dam on these communities?
Good morning, Kojo and team. So, if you want me to capture the entire process of what is happening there in one word, I would say I wouldn't use the word disaster. I would say it's a tragedy. I left Accra yesterday in the morning for Mepe, just so I can see things for myself. I got to Mepe around 11:30 a.m. and went to stand about 50 meters away from where the flooding had gotten to. And within 10-15 minutes of standing where I was and conversing with some of the people that had been displaced, the flooding had gotten to where I was standing.
Oh my goodness.
And that is the force with which the spilled waters are moving. I've seen so many people displaced. Those who are lucky to have relatives on higher ground have moved to join them in their home. Those who do not have relatives on higher ground are in despair. Somehow, the local authorities, the assembly members, and the district assembly have managed to find a place for them at Kizito Secondary School, where even though it's a place that is going to harbor them for now, they are the mercy of the weather and all the other things that come with being at the mercy of the weather.
Wow. It does sound like a tragedy. So, any sign of the authorities? Has NADMO been attending to these people?
Yes, so as at about 5:30 p.m. yesterday, NADMO National, I saw the Director General and his deputy. I saw VRA officials. I saw Fletcher. I saw, and when I mentioned, I saw Abu Ramadan. I spoke to them, MP for the area of Kujetu Blanca. They were all at St. Kizito Secondary Technical School, where some of the displaced people are currently occupied. And they told me that they had done allocation of relief items, but the items were yet to get to town as at about 5 p.m., 6 p.m. yesterday. Unfortunately, I have not been able to go to the center, to the secondary school, to see whether the items had finally arrived. But Kojo, I listened to your intro, and you couldn't have captured it any better, because this whole spillage and the displacement that are happening in the Mefe and Bato area and the Masi area, and anybody who knows how the towns are, these are towns sitting along the Water Lake. This displacement started about a week ago, and I only went to Mefe yesterday, and to be having the conversation that relief items were yet to get to the people. It's a sad one.
Now, this spillage was planned in advance.
Exactly.
Did the people of the community know about this? What kind of communication was had with them before the spillage began?
That is the other level of the conversation that we all need to have. That look, because all of you there are people in a communication team. I think VRA's understanding of engaging the people is issuing some press release of a sort centrally from Accra, and expect that locals would see these press releases and understand exactly what is going to happen in the area. It's a sad one. Look, these are communities that have local radio stations that broadcast in their language. These are communities that have what we call, they have centers, announcement centers. I have forgotten the term for it, where at dawn, there is a central point where somebody can just give an announcement that all the people in the town get to hear what is going to happen in their lives during the day. I don't think that any of these tools were employed. But I'm sure that VRA and for that matter, the authorities that matter would hide behind the veil of issuing some press statement of a sort.
What are you learning about the value of property lost? I mean, personal property, businesses. What have the people of Mepe lost?
Kojo, what they have lost is, for some you can quantify. You can quantify properties and say somebody's fridge or television or mattress or something is in water. But more is the picture you painted. They've actually lost what you would call legacies that have been handed down by their great grandparents. Because this is unprecedented. It's never happened before. So there are homes that are going to disappear because of this. And these homes will never come back, because these are things that have been left for the people that remind them of who they are and what their parents stood for and all that. All those things are gone. I spoke to people yesterday who said that, look, and because of the situation, I need to say this, in order not for anybody to suffer any electrification of the source, ECG has cut supply to the area. So it's difficult for you to even charge your phone and communicate with some uncle who is in Accra and tell him what is happening and say, come to our aid or send us some money. Or even if they send you the money, you may not be able to go and withdraw the money because you need to go and you need to have the phone in the first place to be able to withdraw that money. I spoke to people who said they had to swim to enter their rooms to salvage some of their property.
Wow.
There were parts of the town that were not flooded at the time, like I said, were not flooded at the time I went to town. That by the time it was about 7, 8 p.m., all those areas were flooded. I've seen people's, the exterior of their air conditioners deep in water. And everybody knows the values of these things, and everybody knows the times that we find ourselves in economically, and what it will mean for somebody to be able to get back to their life when this whole water recedes. I can go on and on and on and tell you how the people are distressed. I've seen people who could not sleep because the whole town is dark. Your properties are outside, and if you are not careful and some criminal elements decide to operate in the night, the small that you have traveled for yourself will also be gone. And so they are keeping weight. It's a sad one.
Yeah, Joshua, thank you so much for painting that picture for us. It is indeed a tragedy. Josh Tigo has been on location in Mepe since yesterday and has been painting that picture for us. Now, Winston, there's the owner of a fish farm, Evans Danso, who joins us now. Now, his fish farm has been severely affected by the spillage.
It has, Kujo. Evans, good morning, and thank you very much for joining us.
Hey, good morning. How are you?
Well, we could have been better, but the stories that are coming out from where you are, it's making our conditions not the best. But tell us the impact of the spillage on your fish farm.
It's a complete catastrophe. What happened? I think the first heat we had was 2 weeks ago. We woke up in the morning, and without any prior notice, the water level went up almost 1.5 meters, so all our cages got washed away.
All your cages got washed away?
Oh yes. The first heat, we lost over 2 million fingerlings and about 120 tons of table-sized fish. And before we could say Jack, in about an hour or two, we see other fish cages floating around from Asichari, Akuse, Volivo, Adidome, Bato, Mesas. All the fish and cages were being washed away like that. A couple of them got stuck around the lower water bridge. I have a couple of footages of that I can share with you a bit later. And then it went through, the water went from under the bridge and got all the way to around Agota area where our main production site is, and there was the same thing that happened there. So when we were counting our losses, in the second week we had this other one in the last 2 weeks that came. This one is even higher than the first one. And from what I understand from my colleague farmers, literally every farm on the river has been washed away. Literally every single farm. You will see cages flying by in 50, 100, and there is really nothing anybody can do. The island in front of my house, for example, is completely disappeared, completely submerged underwater. So this is the big issue now. We are trying to rescue what we can, because even our breeding and nursery ponds, that's actually about 7 meters above the ground, above the water level. It is being overtaken at the moment. So some way, somehow, we dug a couple of years back a dam at a higher ground, and so we are moving whatever we can salvage from our breeding stock into the dams as we speak.
Talking about, you say the second hit was even worse than the first one.
Oh, yes.
I mean, if you put a value to the second one, I mean, how many tons of fish did you lose, and how much does that cost?
Well, for the table-size fish, we are around almost 1 million cedis so far. For the table-size fish, for the fingerlings, we lost close to 2 million for the second one. And let me just the figure.
So you've lost about 3 million cedis already?
Yes, so far, just like that, in the space of 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks?
In 2 weeks.
Okay. This morning we're joined by Evans Danso, who's a fish farmer along the Volta River. But Evans, you talk about rising water levels.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about that also before we get into the relief you've received and whether you were even notified about this spillage.
Well, as I mentioned earlier, our breeding grounds, where we have our male and female fish, we cross, calling the eggs and hatch and those things, that one is about 7 meters above the water level. That's where it used to be, even 4 days ago. But now the water rose all the way up to that level because of the spillage, and it's taking over all these grounds. So we have to move all the stocks to the higher dam. As far as notification is concerned, we have not received any official communication from VRA or even EPA, particularly EPA and stuff where, EPA is always receiving dues from us. We pay huge amounts of money for the environmental protection services. We don't hear anything like this. Nobody even comes out. Nobody even gives you a call to say, hey, what's happening? You are paying for this service, but what I mean, just even give a word at least. Nothing. So you wake up in the morning and you just watch everything wash away. Some of my peers, like even the Water Research Institute and stuff, all their farms are completely gone. Some Chinese farms that are in the neighborhood here. When you enter into the site, you will not even believe there was a project there a couple of days back.
And have you received any help, any relief from the authorities?
Not even a phone call. Nothing.
Not even a phone call?
Nothing. Nobody has even reached out.
We're told the lower Volta River, the levels are rising, and the bridge on the lower Volta could even be affected. You are there. Tell us more about that.
Yes, I think at this rate, the islands that moved are hitting the bridge. The water hyacinths and other very large aquatic weeds, some of them in acres, are floating on the water. I have some videos I can share with you on that. The way they are hitting the bridge, if we are not careful, the bridge may be compromised. Because the water is just maybe a meter or maybe less from the top of the bridge now.
So that's the bridge at Sogankope?
That's the Sogankope bridge, yes.
Now, in Sogankope also...
I won't be surprised if the bridge is compromised in the next 2 or 3 hours. I will not be surprised at all when I look at the way the water level is going now.
Wow. So apart from these things that you've talked about, which other areas have been affected within the Sogankope area that you are?
I know the Sope community, part of it is submerged. All the ones along the bridge and along the water, the Holy Trinity Spa, part of it is gone. Cisneros Hotel, part of it is gone. Waterfront, Sogankope Beach Resort, all those ones lined up by the river. All of the Villa Awoyos, is all gone. So by now it should be entering to the main premises. Yes, and the other side of the river as well is up in CAV area, all the way up to Mefe, and so on. Even Tefra, where I am now.
Wow.
I'm actually standing in front of my gate right now, and the water is at my gate. So any moment, my house is going to be in the water as well.
Can you hold on, Evans?
Yeah, let's go back to Mepe for a moment. And by the way, this is Mepe is a good 42 minutes away from Sugakope. So this is a very, very long stretch of communities along the Volta River, all affected by the spillage of the dam. Okay, let's now talk to Felix Ayiku, who's a resident of Mepe. He joins us now. Felix, hello. Tell us about the effect of this spillage on you and your home.
Thank you very much, and good morning to your listeners. What is going on in Mepe or along the Volta Basin is really a sad one, and the effects it cannot be quantified. So for now, we are just seeing something that we don't know how long it's going to take for this to end and for the water to resign and for vulnerable people, to get back to their properties or their place of living. So for me as a person, my residence has been taken off. We've been submerged about 2.4 meters high.
Wow.
So I want to use your medium to ask for assistance, for help for the people. The government have to come in. A lot of people have been displaced. More than 2,000 houses have been destroyed already in Mepe. I stay in Mepe, so I'm talking about Mepe, and I want to use your medium also to ask for private institutions to come to the aid of the people. We need relief items. We need tents. We need mosquito coils for the people. A lot of people have been displaced. So please, we are appealing for the NADMO and then for all these national disaster management institutions to come and up their game. There should be proper education. Next time, there should be at least a good communication through the local media so people can be fully prepared.
So, to be clear, Felix, was there any communication at all about the spillage?
You will see a press release on social media, which is not very, very good for the local people because a lot of people don't even have smartphones. The old people don't even have they don't understand how these things work. Social media is not the best way. There is letters flying around, but we the young people see it. We saw it. We try to. What does this really mean? And this whole thing started so within a split second. Few weeks ago, they started this, and yesterday was so disastrous.
Felix,
we need them to communicate to us properly. We need adequate education so people can be fully prepared for this kind of event. It's really sad. Wasting, very, very sad. If you see people, vulnerability doesn't feel so close. I was broken the whole of yesterday. I was broken. I saw old people, aged people struggling to even get water to drink.
Felix,
yes.
Do you remember? Were you there when it began? Do you remember?
I was around. Yes.
Tell us about that moment when the water first invaded your community and your homes.
Yesterday morning, the whole of yesterday night, we did it. I and my team were going around to our various spots. I mean, where the epicenters might be. So we went around the whole night. I went to bed around 2 a.m. So the next morning, 7 a.m., we realized that my place, within 30 minutes, the water rise about 2-3 feet within 13 minutes. It was that horrible.
Wow.
Luckily, we were able to have our MP around. He has done his best. He has taken notice of the things that are happening. But as of now, we need help. We need money units and all that. So people who are evacuated to the safe havens can be at least protected.
Now,
it is that horrible and sad, my brother. So,
have you and your neighbors been told anything about when the spillage
that
will
again?
end? Yeah, Felix, I'm asking whether you and your fellow Mepe citizens have been told when the spillage will end.
As of now, we have no idea, sir. We have no idea when this is going to end. According to my own investigation, I take an intelligence that this is going to go on for as long as up to somewhere December, January.
Felix, well, we certainly hope we get some clarity on how long this thing will last, and we hope we get the relief and aid that you are calling for. Thank you for speaking to us. Felix Aiku is a resident of Mepe, now a town besieged by water from the Akosombo Dam spillage.
When you're on the street.
This is the hand we have been dealt, as at 9:01 on Thursday morning, right here on the Super Morning Show. We're hearing real stories of people caught in the floods in Mepe, in Bato, in Sugakope, in towns and villages around these locations, along a 40 to 50 kilometer stretch that borders the Volta River. Now, these areas are flooded because of something that was pre-planned, the spillage of the Akosombo Dam. It's happened before, it's not the first time. It was pre-planned. It is something that is expected to go on for some time. But somehow the people in these communities were taken completely by surprise, and they stood awestruck as in a matter of minutes their property, some of them irreplaceable family heirlooms, legacy items that cannot be repurchased in the shops, washed away before their very eyes. Businesses submerged in water. We heard from Evans, whose fish farm has suffered over 3 million cedis worth of damage, and he hasn't had a phone call from authorities since it happened. We heard from Felix Aiku, who is literally on his knees begging for relief because he and his neighbors have lost everything. Joshua Tigo called it a tragedy as he described how people are having to swim into their homes to salvage their property. I mean, just imagine your life's work floating on the surface of dirty water, running through the center of your town because somebody spilled a dam and didn't have the good courtesy to inform you in a way that you will understand, to give you information you can access, to give you alternatives, to give you assistance, to even think ahead to the possibility that your home might get flooded. Nobody had either the courtesy or the competence to do that. That's where we are today.
So, I mean, these are areas that I am very familiar with. I mean, I know these areas. I go there all the time. And listening to the people share the story. I mean, Felix, an architect, one who's in helping people build homes and houses in Mepe, having to swim to his own house, will tell you the situation they find themselves in. Now, the Volta River Authority, somewhere in September, indicated that because of the rising water levels of the Akosombo Dam, they may have to spill excess water. Felix makes the point that they saw statements on social media.
Yeah.
Now, that actually would lead me to a very important thing. We practice a governance system that people see things that sometimes they see a lot of information that sometimes they expect engagement on. Because as a people, the participatory nature of our democracy is such that every now and then we expect, conversations here and there to know what the impacts will be here and there. Now, so I know that the Volta River Authority is spilling because it has to spill. It is spilling because if it doesn't spill, it could collapse the dam, and the repercussions will be even dire than what we're experiencing today.
Yeah.
But having said that also, when the Volta River Authority said they were going to spill, did they, for instance, engage the district assemblies to pass it on to the town councils and to the unit committees for the people to be engaged with information that would indicate the sort of impacts that they may go through? Because, look, if you just issue a statement that says, I am going to spill, and people could be affected, the impact of the spillage should be known. People may downplay it if you just say, I am going to spill. Because there are people who think that, the river will flow and get into the sea, and that's the end of it. There are some who do not appreciate that the river can also rise and then flood a whole community. Anybody who knows Mepe, I am surprised some of the areas that have been flooded because they're so far away from the river bank. Okay, later on we'll talk about what we could have done, the buffers that we could have created and all of that. But let me just move on to one thing. So when VRA issued this notice, what did NADMO do? NADMO, National Disaster Management Organization, whose motto is prevention. NADMO, even though manages disaster, all the time advocates prevention of disaster. So when nothing can be done, then the disaster will be managed. So NADMO would have known a month ago, because the statement I saw was dated 12th September. So NADMO would have known a month ago that this was likely to happen. What sort of preparation did NADMO put in place? That today, people are sleeping in a secondary school and they have mosquitoes all over. They're asking for mosquito nets. Asking for water to drink. And so you have the member of parliament going there in for North Tong, going to donate water before people can drink water. What sort of preparation did we put in place when we realized that this was what was going to happen? And I have consistently maintained that if you look at other jurisdictions, the impact of it would have been discussed in advance. Communities that are going to be affected would have known that you're likely to be affected. It is only when it goes beyond the impact that you will say, okay, you were not warned. But in our case, I see the letter, and I'm going to end by reading that letter that is dated 12th September. So you can know, for instance, whether or not, so this is the letter. Okay, this is written by, this is a press release dated 12th September 2023. The Volta River Authority wishes to inform the general public that it has observed a consistent rise in the inflow pattern and water level of the Akosombo Dam. In line with the emergency preparedness plan and standard operating procedures, the Volta River Authority has duly notified its key stakeholders of this development. The reservoir level as of today suggests that we may need to commence controlled spilling in the coming days should the situation persist. VRA therefore wishes to caution all residents along the Volta River and downstream of our Akosombo and Akosombo dams to be on alert and take the necessary precautionary measures. VRA will continue to monitor the situation, work with our key stakeholders, and provide regular updates to ensure prompt response to any emergency that may arise. And I want to underline any emergency that may arise, because for the Volta River Authority, in their plan, once they notified key stakeholders, including NADMO, including the people themselves, did they notify them? Well, the people have said they saw these statements also. They saw these statements also on social media. So yes, we live in an era where you could release these statements, but releasing them is not the end of it. In conclusion, the people today need help. NADMO, go to their aid now.
I just want to add that it's not just the areas that we've highlighted. There are also people in Eswojaman, Winston, where they've been displaced. Again, most of the people are fish farmers. So their investments have been destroyed. And they are also complaining about these basic things that the people in the Mepe areas also complain. Water, the basic things to drink and to eat, places to sleep. Also talking about the fact that they were not informed. They were not informed. I mean, this should be more than just informing the people. These are your key stakeholders. You know, there should be proper conversations and there should be a proper line of, if it happens, because obviously they couldn't tell how much this would have destroyed the place, right? But then you have, for instance, the person who is saying that I don't have water, I'm looking for basic things and I can't find. There should be a hotline, for instance, so that you can call and say that I have been affected in this manner and we are struggling. I have read stories of people being injured, children who have been injured through this process. And this is highly unacceptable, to think that we're now distributing relief items when this is our own country. This is something that we say is controlled spillage. I mean, we can't be in 2023 and not learn from other places. And the people are now struggling now. Somebody says that I haven't even received a phone call. We should know the businesses in these areas. We should know the businesses. By now, we should know how they've been affected. We should be giving them help. They shouldn't be calling media stations pleading for help. The basic things. And these are not people who were begging for food before. They had their own way of living.
The understanding is that we all knew. And see, Winston, you referenced that document, right?
Yeah.
Emergency response and standard operating procedure. Any proper one would have meant that they are partners in delivering that. And we did not start spilling from this dam today. We have known that. This dam was established. There were even towns that went under the dam, and we know all of that. We know the catchment areas. We know those who are likely to be affected. And that's also known way ahead of time. My only difficulty is that whenever we have had these conversations, and you remember how long it took us to even have conversations over Bagre Dam until government said we're going to build another dam in the Republic of Ghana to make sure that we reduce the impact of it. It's almost as if we pretend we don't know some of these impacts. I'm reading statements from last year where they say, oh, we are likely to spill. The community say, okay, no, some people respond, others will not respond properly. We need to always have in mind that our actions affect other groups. And these groups are residents who have lived their lives normally in these areas for God knows how long. Residents who are likely to have major disruptions that they can never recover from until some of them die at the end of the day. We cannot also dismiss the fact that if we plan properly all the time, we can avert some of these things. See, this is the Republic of Ghana that has had time. I remember a former energy minister took people to pastors to the Akosombo Dam to go and pray for water into it. At that time, I recall. I mean, those were screaming headlines, so we all recall that. It's very serious, Professor. At that time, there were many who were saying that, how about the times in the future where there will be excess water? What can we do differently? How can we take advantage of that? How can we plan with that? It didn't happen because we know from today it didn't happen. And we have what we have in our hands today. If we really want to pretend that this is normal process, that when we plan to spill, we spill and people still get into trouble, and that our best form of communication is that if we issue a statement, so on the grounds, people would automatically get to know. And I'm saying that I have seen the document that they claim are supposed to be used, and I read it small because it leaflets that they share on the pound. It shows that if there is a flooding issue around anywhere in that North Anna place, schools, those who went to school in the area, they haven't been taught how to handle, where to go, where to hide, where to move to, building standards that should reflect in those areas. Do we have some in the areas that are under impact in this area? We don't. In fact, generally, I mean, our standards are not so proper. So if you get to the root of it, it's because there's a certain lack of proper preparation and engagement with the people that matter. Ideally, and I know nobody's going to pay any insurance to anybody for this.
There should be compensation,
yeah,
really. And the assembly should be taking a greater responsibility. What did they do after VRA issued that statement?
We don't seem to have a very litigious society. Otherwise,
people would have taken on them from different angles and actually dealt with. I mean,
and there are so many questions. We have to go in a moment. But so many questions. VRA, right? VRA, you knew in advance you were going to spill this water. In fact, you knew by how much your maximum level had been exceeded. You knew exactly how many liters or cubic whatever of water you were going to have to spill. You knew. Did you ask yourself, when you spill that amount of water, where will it go? Did anybody, VRA, the engineers, those are the people who work there. Did anybody pick up a calculator and try and figure out where that amount of water will go? You know that you are having to spill this water because the rainy season has extended beyond the norm. You know that that's why you have to spill water, because you have excess. So if the rainy season has extended beyond the norm, then you must know that the places where the water will flow to, the rain has been falling there too. I mean, this didn't occur to any of them. It's unforgivable. As for NADMO, I don't even know what to say to them. You people, you have no resources. You have nothing. Every time there is a disaster, you have to go around and rally and corral and try and find mattresses and things to come and help people. You have nothing. So really, as officials of this organization that is under-resourced, the only way you can justify your salary is by working to prevent, preempt, protect people before the thing happens. That is really the only useful application of your time. And so if you are failing to do even that, and by the way, they are consistently failing to do that.
Yeah.
Every time. This is not one time that they've dropped the ball. They are consistently failing to do that. Because if you are always going to come in after the fact with insufficient help, what is the point of you? What's the point of your organization? And you see, this, now that so these communities, they all have DCs, they all have assemblies, they all have there's a regional minister. These are leaders who, even if my grandmother in Bato did not see the social media announcement, you, the DC, you did. You saw it. What did you do? What did you do about it? Who did you talk to about it? Did you have a word with the people in your community? Did you even sit in your office for 5 minutes and think, where will we move these people when the water comes? Look, I'm so disappointed with so many people who have failed the average Ghanaians who live in these communities. But I'll tell you my biggest disappointment. Now that the water is coming and flooding people's homes and washing away millions of cedis from people's businesses, VRA is still not communicating. We are still not hearing from them how long this thing is going to last. They are not correcting the error. They are wearing Wellington boots and going to visit the people in the communities and not telling us a thing about how long this will last, so that we can at least in the midst of this tragedy start planning. Nothing. I'm disappointed. Let's take some messages. We'll be back after this.
Are you hoping to start university this October? If you want a British degree from a world-class university at a fraction of the cost, then join Lancaster University Ghana right here in Accra. With a diverse student community, vibrant campus life, and 50% scholarships to support your study, Lancaster University Ghana provides you with a world-class education that creates endless opportunities globally. Don't miss this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Apply to join Lancaster University Ghana, where learners become leaders. Admissions are currently open for our October 2023 intakes. Apply now for our foundation and undergraduate programs. For more information, contact us on +233 030 221 8989 or send an email to admissions@lancaster.edu.gh. Lancaster University Ghana, the only British university campus in West Africa.
The 11th West African Clean Energy and Environment Fair, WACI 2023, takes place from the 18th to the 19th of October 2023 at the Grand Arena, Accra International Conference Center. Be part of the interactive sessions on clean energy, water, and circular economy. This two-day festival brings together West African and European industry experts, plus a showcase of exciting companies and the latest innovations from Switzerland, Austria, and Germany. Immerse yourself in insightful workshops on waste management, Ghana's decarbonization efforts, and circular economy platform on plastics and e-waste, organized by GIZ. WACI 2023 is organized by the Delegation of German Industry and Commerce in Ghana and supported by the Konrad Adenauer Foundation. Media partners City FM, Joy FM, and BNFT. Entry is free. For further information, visit waki.net or call 0242 438 760.
In life, choice is good, but choice plus safety is way better. Your safety and comfort is paramount. Under the cylinder recirculation model, you can buy LPG in a safe environment. All cylinders are inspected and maintained to the best safety standards, so your safety is assured. Just take your empty cylinder to the nearest exchange point and swap it for a filled cylinder. Different cylinder sizes will be available to meet your pocket size. Imagine cooking in a smoke-free environment. This will improve the health and well-being of you and your family. Choose LPG in a safer model of distribution. Cylinder recirculation model, securing your safety, creating more jobs. A message from the National Petroleum Authority under the patronage of the Ministry of Energy.
Are you tired of struggling with bad financial situations? At Quick Credit, we understand the difficulties that come with transitioning to a better one. That's why we're here to simplify the process for you. With loan facilities of 1,000 cedis and upwards, all you have to do is call and we will take care of the rest. All you need is your national ID. No savings, no collateral, no susu, no deposits, and no account opening required. Quick Credit has you covered. Whether you're expanding a business, starting a new one, facing an emergency like school fees or funeral expenses, or even just in need of a salary loan. Call Quick Credit today, 0302 200 390 or 059 692 0833. We do not give loans via the internet. Quick Credit is regulated and licensed by the Bank of Ghana. Terms and conditions apply. Quick Credit. Lending made simple.
To play together. Play for fun, enjoy the game. Join today on a bonus spending. Come together, make we play. Games are hold on. Pay out in so. And better man. Correct us, quick cash out, free bonus. Correct us, quick cash out, free bonus.
Together we play. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet responsibly, not for persons below 18 years. Gaming can be addictive.
Coffee in your cup and Joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Welcome back. It's the Super Morning Show, and today, of course, a nation confused by water. Problems that have been solved by other civilizations centuries ago still baffle us, and it makes no sense. All right, we'll be talking more about what's happening in the Volta region and other places. But first, Africa World Airlines is celebrating its 11th anniversary. They've introduced a new mobile app for passengers. This app will allow you to book flights, to manage reservations, and to make payments conveniently. It's available both on iOS and Android. The airline expresses gratitude for the support of you, their passenger, over the years, and they look forward to so many more memorable journeys together. For more information, call them. The call center number is 0242 438888. Or you can call them toll free on 0800 200 200. Or just go to flyafricaworld.com. Africa World Airlines, touching Africa, touching the world.
And welcome to the Cybersecurity Awareness Month. Here are the tips, some tips to keep you safe as we embark on a journey to safeguard our digital lives together. First tip is undertake regular backups of sensitive and important data. Also, backups should be carried out on external devices and sources for added security and assurance. It is not advisable to open email attachments from unknown sources. Also, install an industry-recommended antivirus software for all applicable devices. And ensure the physical safety and security of your digital devices. Finally, limit or restrict the sharing of personal information online. Report cybersecurity incidents promptly to the Cybersecurity Authority by dialing 292. This message is brought to you by the Cybersecurity Authority in partnership with the E-Crime Bureau, with support from the Pan-African E-Commerce Initiative of GIZ, funded by the German government.
And experience the excellence and global recognition of a British education combined with convenience and affordability at Lancaster University, Ghana. Expand your horizon and elevate your career prospects with a British degree delivered right to your doorstep. Apply now and embark on a transformative educational journey that will shape your future. Admissions are currently open for the October 2023 intake. For more information, kindly visit lancaster.edu.gh. You can also contact us via email at admissions@lancaster.edu.gh or call us on 0302 218 989 or 0209607008. Lancaster University, Ghana, the only British university campus in West Africa.
Now, get set for Accra's grandest food affair, Extra O Food Invasion 2023. It's live on Saturday, October 14th at Alliance Francaise from 10 a.m. until dark. Indulge in a tantalizing food expo, free health screenings, karaoke sessions, eating competitions, games, egg hunts, and of course the epic #After Dark party. Tickets are a wallet-friendly 50 Ghana cedis and 100 Ghana cedis. Just dial star 713 star 33 star 665 hash or go to at Food Invasion GH on all social media handles. It is brought to you by American Soybean Association and Wish, which is WISHH, powered by The Little Cow and Shack Express, with Joy Prime as media partners. Extra O Food Invasion, serving not just food, but nutrition for all.
And I'll tell you what goes with food anytime is water. And when we talk water, you know there's more. When you pick Vena purified water, you're not only guaranteed the pleasure of satisfying your thirst, but you are assured of water that is purified using a series of filtration, reverse osmosis, UV sterilization, and ozonation to meet the standard quality your body needs. With over 100,000 bottles consumed every day, Vena purified water has gained acceptance as the #1 water brand in Ghana today. Now, with every bottle of Vena water you consume, you directly contribute to impacting lives through the Vena Changing Lives initiative. From its orphanage project to drilling of boreholes, surgery payments, and payments of fees for needy students, Vena Purified Water continues to support many beneficiaries each year to change their lives for the better. So share the love. Get a bottle of Vena Purified Water and enjoy the pure, refreshing taste. Vena Purified Water is recommended by the Ghana Medical Association. Vena Purified Water, changing people's lives. This advert is FDA approved.
All right, now coming up on the Super Morning Show, Mama V, we're going to have a conversation with certain people whose talent, area of expertise, is putting people to sleep.
I need that.
The Ghana Anesthetist Society. Every year they join us when it's time for their annual activities. They're here today to tell us what they're up to in 2023. It's going to be fascinating. Stay tuned.
Hello, 80 customers. May I have your attention, please? Ready for the good news? Yes, this is really exciting news from your favorite network, 80. 80 is giving you, their cherished customer, a whooping 200% airtime bonus every time you buy airtime via credit transfer or 80 money. You can use this bonus to talk from crane to cran for up to 72 hours. Do you also know the interesting fact? You can ask your agent to do direct data bundles such as Sikakoko, Big Time, and Fuse bundles for you. So, the next time you need to top up whether airtime or direct internet bundle, just find the nearest 80 agent and request for credit transfer or dial *110# to buy directly from your 80 money wallet. Don't miss your 200% bonus. Top up now. Spread the concern.
80. Life is simple.
Introducing Pick 4 from Game Park Games, the easiest lottery to play and win. Pick 4 numbers from 0 to 9 up to 3 times a day to become one of our daily winners. More moolah, more power. Play online at www.gameparkgames.com or dial *946# to play. Game Park Games is regulated by the National Lottery Authority, not for persons under 18. Play responsibly. Pick 4 from Game Park Games. More moolah, more power. Baby girl.
And I promised you a conversation with some friends of mine. These people, nobody can knock you out quicker than them. Let's say good morning to our two friends from the Ghana Anesthetist Society. And then Amigba. Ghana Anesthetist Society. Dr. Kelvin Asamoah Japon is a resident at the Department of Anesthesia, Kolibu Teaching Hospital. He's here with Dr. Ajwa Ofe, who's a specialist at the Department of Anesthesia, Kolibu. Good morning to you both.
Good morning.
Excellent. Should I be wishing you happy Anesthetist Day?
Soon, in a few days.
In a few days' time.
Yes.
Wonderful, wonderful. All right. So, look, every year when it's time for you guys to, get your activities going, you join us and you give us a quick update on it all. So, we're glad you've come back. Let's maybe do a quick recap for those who might have missed you the last couple of years. Let's start off by some definitions. What exactly is an anesthesiologist?
Right. So, an anesthesiologist is basically a medical doctor who specializes in taking care of patients coming for surgeries, So most probably, if you're going to have a surgery, you're going to have a general aesthetic, for instance. So that's the doctor that will take care of you preoperatively, will ask you questions about any medical conditions that you have. Now, before you get to this doctor, a surgeon would have had to refer you after assessing you. So you come and see this doctor who will screen you and make sure that you are fit enough for the surgery, and then take care of you. We also specialize in critical care and also take care of pain and patients with chronic pain. In other countries, we take care of patient transport as well. We do that here as well, but it's not as elaborate as it is in the West. So that's basically what we do. Yes.
Okay. All right. So, I mean, you've told us what the work entails, but there's something I've always wondered, right? Is there a difference between an anesthesiologist and an anesthetist?
So it's a matter of countries, British English and American English. Yes. So we have physician anesthetist, and then we have other group of anesthetists like certified registered anesthetists, which are specialized nurses. But we are talking about the doctor anesthetist in this instance.
Right.
Yes.
So the British say what?
Anesthetist,
and then Americans say anesthesiologist.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's talk about World Anesthesia Day. Why is this day important?
So annually, we try to bring a bit of focus onto who we are, what we do, not only because we're essential, but because people need it. So the 16th of October, several years ago in the 1800s, was when anesthesia was first safely and most popularly delivered. So we use that day as the day that we would draw attention to ourselves, not for selfish reasons, and let people know who we are as a specialty, most especially to reach out to doctors, budding doctors who are interested in the field, because we need so many of them in this country. And just to let people know that it's available. You don't have to go through procedures in pain. You don't have to go and sit in the MRI, paralyzed with fear. Someone can sedate you. So the people know what's available and then what we do.
Now, you have a society, Ghana Anesthetists Society. Tell us a bit about the society and what you get up to.
Okay, so it's a society that encompasses all the doctor anesthetists in the country. It was founded in 1997, so we are 27 years old at the moment. We are pretty young as compared to other specialties, but we are growing phenomenally, even though we still need more people within the country. So what we do is it's basically a collection of us just creating awareness of what we do, the services we provide, and basically ensure safety in terms of anesthesia provision. Also, we create awareness about the options you have when it comes to surgery, and we are available to answer questions as and when patients need to.
Wonderful. If you just joined us, we're talking to Dr. Kelvin Asamoah Ajapong and Dr. Adjoa Ofe. Both of them are anesthesiologists from Kolebu Teaching Hospital. Dr. Kelvin is a resident and Dr. Adjoa Ofe is a specialist. They're gearing up for World Anesthesia Day, which is on the
16th of October.
Precisely. And so they're telling us all the good stuff they're getting up to. What is the theme for this year's celebration?
This year, we're focusing on cancer care. So it's anesthesia and cancer care. A lot of people would think an anesthetist or an anesthesiologist would have nothing to do with cancer, but we have a big role to play, and we want to shed a light on that, especially this year. Of course, it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so it's appropriate. But since the pandemic, worldwide, not Ghana only, a lot of patients with cancer have not had as much access to care as they would have, because a lot of things have been pushed back because of the pandemic. So we want to put that focus on patients who need cancer care and show how we play a role, if it's in their diagnostics, if it's for their surgery, and then for patients who unfortunately don't have treatment options and need palliation for their cancer. An anesthetist can help with the pain management, so you don't have to suffer till the end of your life. We offer something so it can ease the pain and the burden. So
it's mainly for surgery where necessary, pain management, and diagnostics.
So you need a big scan sometimes to see exactly where your tumor is or where the cancer is. And some of the machines are quite overwhelming. If you go into the suite, the machine noise and stuff, so people get sedated, and especially children.
Yeah.
You can't expect a kid to sit still for a CT scan for how many minutes. So we offer something that keeps them quiet, keeps them calm. They wake up like nothing happened.
Okay, well, let's talk about the celebration itself. I'm sure you've got some activities outlined.
Yep. So this year, because we are focusing on cancer care, we will be spending time with our patients who are in the hospital and being treated for a variety of cancers, especially the children, the women, and any other patients we will find. So we'll be going around the wards in the hospital, just giving them gifts and encouraging them. We call them our onco warriors because it's a war they are fighting, and they've been so brave up to this point. So we are just going to encourage them and also support them and let them know that we are here to help them as well and provide as much help as they need in terms of pain care, pain management, and any other services that we are able to provide for them.
That's a very meaningful and impactful way of spending the day.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. That's really nice of you.
Thank you.
Right, we're talking to the Ghana Anesthetist Society. They're telling us all about World Anesthesia Day and all the activities they've got lined up for that. Dr. Kelvin Asamoah Ajapong and Dr. Ajwa Ofe are the ones briefing us. Before you go, tell us how we can engage and interact with you. Do you have any social media handles?
Well, yes. So on Instagram, we are the Ghana _ anesthesiologists. And then on Facebook, we're the Ghana Anesthetist Society. We are the pilots in the theater whenever you're coming for a surgery.
I love that. All right, Dr. Ajwa, maybe I'll give you the last word then. If there's one thing you want everybody to take away from this conversation, what would it be?
Don't undergo any potentially painful or uncomfortable procedure without an anesthesiologist. We are there. If they don't tell you we're there, ask for us. We will pop up. We always do. And to the young people, especially anyone who's interested in math, science, become a doctor. I mean, we are living proof that it's doable. It's stressful, but it's enjoyable, it's fulfilling. And when you do consider medicine, consider anesthesiology.
Yeah. You guys make it look good. Thank you. Thank you both very much for joining us
Thank
this
you
morning.
so much for the platform. We're grateful.
Pleasure is ours. You've been listening to Dr. Kelvin Asamoah Ajapong and Dr. Ajwa Ofe. Dr. Asamoah Ajapong is a resident and Dr. Ofe is a specialist, both from the Department of Anesthesia, Kolebu Teaching Hospital. All the very best.
Thank you so much.
Upcoming day.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Listen, don't go anywhere. There's more to come on the Super Morning Show.
You want a elderly man? I don't run out
Coffee in your cup and join on the set. The Super Morning Show.
Yeah. So if you go to church, what dance do you do?
The same thing.
Sorry, sir.
Because this one I'm seeing, church, everything.
Because I'm a church girl, you know?
Yeah.
You can turn any song to
Yeah.
Good morning.
Yeah. Good morning.
Yeah,
Good morning.
You can turn what?
You can do the church dance with any kind of song,
anything
right?
at all. Anything at all.
Yeah, it's
as long
my
as the Holy
flow.
Spirit directs your legs.
That's it, baby. It's my vibe and it's my flow. I control it.
You are bringing in the Holy Spirit.
Yes. That's a viable conversation.
Learn how to dance. Learn how to dance, Mama V.
Winston, like I said, get her a dance instructor.
I should get her dancing.
Oh, so
but there's
that,
Afronita and the rest.
that's something that you do on Outlook.
Of
if you've been
course.
following Joy News closely, then you're familiar with the show Outlook, hosted by Na Ajeli Dokwe.
Yeah. Why you've been calling me that for years?
We'll talk about the new season shortly, but first.
Well, the eagerly anticipated Pick One game is finally here with a bang. Choose your favorite number from 1 to 36. Stake and get ready for the excitement as we unveil the lucky number. Prepare yourself to unleash even more moolah by staking from 1 Ghana cedis to 350 Ghana cedis and win 26 times your stake on the amazing Pick One game by Game Pack. Play by dialing *946# on all networks via website or download the Game Pack app on GamePackGames.com. Watch our live draws on Adum TV at 9 a.m., 12 noon, and 6 p.m. Game Pack, more moolah, more power. This game is regulated by the National Lottery Authority, not for persons under 18. Play responsibly.
And we all have those days when you're low on everything: energy, time, cash, and even airtime and data. Well, that's why MTN Extra Time is an airtime and data advanced service that allows you to make calls or browse the internet even when you have an insufficient balance. All you have to do is to dial *506#, *506#. Go through the prompts and select the amount of airtime or data you need, and it's more than simple, really. Doing your favorite things on MTN means you don't get interrupted even when you're low on airtime or data. Please remember, all terms and conditions apply.
And Kingdom Books and Stationery Limited back to school promotion is here with us once again. So from now to October 31st, 2023, Kingdom Books and Stationery Limited is giving generous 10 to 15% discount on all school items like textbooks, pens, pencils, erasers, exercise books, and much more across all our branches in Accra, Tema, Kumasi, Takoradi, Winneba, and Cape Coast. Parents, teachers, and students, please hurry while stock lasts. For more information, call us on 0302 764 101 or 0302 764 209 or email info@kingdomgh.com. You can also visit our website, kingdomgh.com. Kingdom Books, where quality and affordability are both assured. Terms and conditions apply.
And Najila Doku is host of Outlook, is a lifestyle program on Joy News. The show explores beautiful cultures. They talk about food. They talk about arts, fashion, all those incredible stuff on Joy News. And you've gone through season 1, 2, 3 already.
Yes.
How has it been?
Taking from my point of view, for somebody who immerses herself in all the stuff I do, it's been exhilarating. It's been fun. It's been exciting. I've discovered me. I love art.
Yeah.
I love art. And I didn't know, we all forget that it's on our blind side that there's so many people who are very talented in Ghana.
Yeah.
Very talented. Some with little education, basic education, but the things they can do will blow your mind. Yeah.
And watching and following through the seasons, I
Yeah.
think that you've helped us greatly appreciate the way you put yourself into it. You know, you get down to participate as well.
Yeah.
It's been exciting watching and exploring together with you.
That's good. One of these you should explore with me.
Yeah?
Because I was trying to get Giftiana to go, go do yoga with me, but we didn't get the chance to. I've learned a lot about, myself, about health and everything. And it's quite impressive to see that people are here who are going the extra mile. This particular show made me realize that you don't have to go abroad. There's so many people here doing so many fantastic things. There's so many art workshops at galleries you can go to ease off the stress and everything. Yes, beautiful things.
Okay, so let's jump into season 4. Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
Season 4 is already here. What's up with season 4?
Season 4 is going to be like, it's a triple dose or quadruple dose of what you've seen from season 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're doing beyond everything. The highlight for last season was me going bike riding. It was quite impressive. Yes, people were asking, am I still? Yes, I'm learning how to ride a bike. I'm getting better with it. Big shouts going out to Dan Lee, motor check. Like, it was amazing. And having an instructor with me. Are we going to be seeing a lot of artworks? Yes, we're going graffiti, spray, painting and everything.
Graffiti. Okay.
Yes, and then we're talking movies as well, films. The importance. I wanted to look at a more serious side of it. The importance of it.
Okay.
I am, about stage theater, the importance of stage in an actor's life. We're talking about looking for locations.
Okay, yeah.
In movie, because people don't realize how important it is. We also had the chance to speak to. He didn't even know he was Ghanaian until COVID, and he came down. He actually he's a ballet dancer. I don't know if this is a ballerina. No, he's a ballet dancer with the New York Dance Academy.
Okay.
He didn't even know he was Ghanaian until COVID, and he made friends with Vivi. She's with Vivi Dance Factory, and then he discovered his roots right here in Ghana, and he was adopted, but he found out he's actually
Ghanaian,
4% Ghanaian. Yes,
nice.
He's the first Black American who's ever studied ballet in Russia. In over 150 years. We had a conversation with him. Nita Teyate, he's the son of the, Ni Yate, the dance performer. Yeah, we had a conversation with him. Looked at our dance, our cultural dances, what they mean, and the dance moves. Is it dying? Are we growing? Are we making more? Yes, a whole lot of conversation. Had a conversation with Akwabo about music writing.
Nice. Okay.
We wrote a song in 5 seconds.
Really? On the
proud
show?
Yes, I'm proud of myself. I had a conversation with Kewa and a whole lot more. I went archaeological excavating. Yes, we went to the Cape Coast. You see the look on your face. Yes. I went archaeological exploration. Yes.
You've
I'm
taken
an explorer.
the show to a whole new level now.
Yeah, and somebody was trying to get us to get on a plane. I think our dreams of being a pilot is coming to pass. Yes.
So Outlook shows on Joy News
Saturdays.
On Saturdays. What time?
9 p.m.
Okay. So this Saturday 9 p.m.
Yes.
Would we see
of
the
course
new season?
Yes, please. It's starting this Saturday 9 p.m. We're talking a little bit of business. This, looking at the film business a bit. Yes. I want people to understand so we can help our film industry grow one more time.
Right.
We need it to grow.
Okay. Well, so the business side of film.
Yes.
That will feature in the first episode of the fourth season.
Please. Have
And
Fifi
then-
Coleman on, and then we're speaking to Big Goon. A big shouts to him. Now, Big Goon won an award at the AMVCs with his movie. Yes,
Right.
and a Ghanaian doing that in so many years. I'm proud of him.
Well, now we'll catch up on Saturday 9 p.m.
Yeah.
The season would begin at 9 p.m. on
Yeah,
Saturday.
with so much drama.
Outlook.
So much drama. But I want to say a big thank you to LCY Kiki. I'm really grateful to them. It's a Kappa Cappuccino. Labadi Beach Hotel. Labadi Beach
Ghana's
Hotel.
5-star hotel.
Yes, a big thank you to them. I want to say a big thank you to Catherine Garment. Mamavi, you should speak to Catherine.
Catherine,
Garment.
yeah. You'll fix me,
You
yeah.
love Auntie Catherine, yes. And a big thank you to Ellie Girl.
All right. A big thank you to you, Na, for holding it down.
Yep.
Season 4 of Outlook shows on Joy News this Saturday 9 p.m. Please make time for it. And I think on that note, we can
on
say...
that note, where are you going? On that note, where are you going?
Anyway, listen, it's been quite an important show today, and we can't leave the conversation where it is. We can't leave the people of the Volta region stranded the way they are. So tomorrow we're coming back to it. This is important. Before we go though, very quickly, I have to do this. Earlier we wished our very own Uncle T, Mr. Eden Tichimaika, a happy birthday, but his wife has a message for him. I want to read it quickly before we go. It says, 2023 birthday wishes, Papa. Today, I have the privilege of sending out special birthday messages to someone who's very dear to my heart, my incredible husband, Eden Techimaika, affectionately known as Papa. My life since we met has been filled with love, laughter, unforgettable moments, all because of you. On this day, I want the world to know how amazing you are. You're not only a loving husband, but also my closest friend, my confidant, and my partner in all of life's ventures, my knight in shining armor. Your unwavering support, your charming smile have been a constant source of happiness. I want you to know how much you mean to me and everyone whose lives you have touched. Your kindness, generosity, and love you share with the world makes you an exceptional human being. Papa, may this birthday be the start of boundless love, success, and everything your heart desires. I look forward to sharing more beautiful memories together. Special love from your children and family, home and abroad, and the team from the group of companies. Isn't that nice?
Very nice.
Yeah, happy birthday to
Mama V will
Uncle
learn
T.
from that.
Yes,
I
one
am
of these
learning.
days.
So let me do this final one. It's a belated happy birthday to Reverend Ebenezer Abuajilabi, a retired minister of the Presbyterian Church of Ghana. You're the best father anyone could ever ask for, with love from your children, Helen, Tete, and the rest, including Nana and Kansa.
All right. Now listen, before we go, tomorrow we're going back to the Volta region. Okay, this matter is nowhere near resolved. We need to get answers to how we could have come to this point, because this problem didn't start today. I don't know if you guys remember, not so long ago, when, at the height of our power problems, we were desperately sending people to go and pray for the water levels, to rise. How can we forget moments like this? And I think it's a perfect way for us to wrap up. Thank you all for listening. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. On behalf of the team, we say keep listening to Joy.
Our people will humble themselves and turn from our wicked ways and cry. We will heal our land and save us. Heal our nation. Heal our nation.
Complex challenge. So we want to ask Apostle S.Y. and to pray that